Yo, 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 we back. Today is Wednesday, White Belt Wednesday. Help out a white belt, everybody. Make sure the audio's good. All right, make sure the audio's good again. White Belt Wednesday, yeah, we back, bro. Yep, Josiah. See, Mr. Josiah. I put Grippo on the thumbnail. Where is the stream? We right here, bro. Just started, bro. Just started, brother. A little late today, a little tired. I get tired. I got natural hormone level. Josiah says he's winning the bet. If you guys are joining us, what's up, LOL Snap? What's up, Josiah? Just a little late today. If you're joining us today, if you're joining us for the first time today, I got a bet with Josiah. Can you guys see me? So if Gianni Grippo doesn't win, if Gianni Grippo doesn't win on Friday, that's it. No more Josiah. No alter egos. No more posted about Grippo, Josiah. And that goes for every account, even your secret account that you didn't think anybody thought existed. I thought something would pop up over here. I can't see. I don't see my thing popping up. Where is it? Yeah, it's not popping up. Something's supposed to be popping up over here. I don't see it. It's messed up. Yeah, so White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt. Now, LOL Snap not going to help a white belt. He might kill a white belt, so he's not going to be helping no white belts. But everybody else, I want you to help those white belts out. We got a couple stories today. We got Grippo. Who else we got? We got Declan Moody. We got some other people. A little bit chill today. Yesterday was a little too crunk yesterday. You tagged me in some stuff. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Mr. Josiah. What'd you tag me? Oh, if you guys can't see, we got some, can you see some of the posts over there? Where's that at? So we got it so that people can see the chat a little bit. Can we zoom in a little bit? I can't even see that. Let me move it up higher. So now you guys can see the chat a little bit. There we go. Some of the chat up there. You see the chat right up here? I don't know if you guys can even see. I can't see it. I gotta fix that. That don't look too good. I'll fix it next time. Can I make it bigger? How do I do that? Let's see. We'll try to make it bigger. Josiah says he's winning. We'll see. We'll see, bro. A little bit more chill today, thank God. Yesterday we were too much, a little too much, a little too out of pocket yesterday, but we back on. So we're gonna get into it. That's basically it. Where's Grippo at? If I put Grippo in the thumbnail, he's gonna be in the video. He's gonna be all up in the video.
Kevon's one of my best friends, so I hate to piss them off and tell them I'm doing technique. I really do believe right now at this moment, I would make it like full CLA practices. The thing that I would want to do though, and that might involve or like get into technique is like, I would want to put everyone through games situations, but I always want to make sure that I'm giving them my 2 cents, I'm giving them options. I'm not just going to, the funny memes you see these days is like, oh, figure it out. You're not giving any answers. I want to give some answers, or I at least want to be able to like give insight onto what I would do from there. I don't want them to think that they have to do one linear option from a certain situation, but I'll be like, I'll put them through a game. This is usually what I do in my practices. My practices at Bodega are a little bit more informative, I feel. I'll put them through a game. And then if I see something that I just feel like is going wrong, I'll be like, okay, guys, I'm not telling you exactly what to do, but here's what I would try to do. Here's an option that maybe you could take from here and see if they apply it or not. So I do want it to be like a little bit of figure it out, but also kind of give them a few linear paths that maybe they can try to gravitate towards if they choose.
That's not CLA,
I'm friendly with Greg Souders. Kevon's one of my best friends, so I hate to piss them off and tell them I'm doing technique. I really do believe right now at this moment, I would make it like full CLA practices. The thing that I would want to do though, and that might involve or like get into technique is like, I would want to put everyone through games situations, but I always want to make sure that I'm giving them my 2 cents. I'm giving them options. I'm not just going to, the funny memes you see these days is like, oh, figure it out, figure it out. You're not giving any answers. I want to give some answers, or I at least want to be able to like give insight onto what I would do from there. I don't want them to think that they have to do one linear option from a certain situation, but I'll be like, I'll put them through a game. This is usually what I do in my practices. I'll put them, my practices at Bodega are a little bit more informative, I feel. I'll put them through a game. And then if I see something that I just feel like is going wrong, I'll be like, okay, guys, I'm not telling you exactly what to do, but here's what I would try to do. Here's an option that maybe you could take from here and see if they apply it or not. So I do want it to be like a little bit of figure it out, but also kind of give them a few linear paths that maybe they can try to gravitate towards if they choose.
Alrighty. It sounds like Grippo drilling still? It sounds like he's drilling a little bit over there. I don't know. Maybe. I'm trying to get my chat to work on here. We'll see. Sounds like he's drilling a little bit. Unfollowed Kevon. Josiah, are you sure you're not Kevon? I feel like you might be Kevon. Do you work for Kevon? Where's Grippo at? We got some more Grippo. Don't worry. PGF finals. Finals. What it says? The road ends here. PGF season 8 playoffs tomorrow, 4 p.m. I think that's today. Free on YouTube. I can't react to that, or I can't showcase any of those videos. It says the fastest and most exciting jiu-jitsu event on the planet comes to a conclusion. I did not keep up with any PGF. I'm sorry, everybody. I hope you guys did. Says with the winner earning a guaranteed spot on UFC BJJ. Hopefully they do well on UFC BJJ. Now, if the PGF champion gets knocked out of UFC BJJ first shot, then I don't know what to say. Doesn't that make you guys look bad? Hey. You know what they didn't say? They didn't say that the PGF person gets a shot at they didn't say the PGF person, the winner, gets a shot at it, the champion of UFC BJJ. They just said you get a mat, you're gonna be on the undercard. We'll see if these guys do well. I don't have high hopes for most of those guys. I'm sorry. Some of the guys are good. I know some of those guys, and some of them guys shouldn't have been out there. Some of them guys should not have been out there. But what do I know? I'm just a random dude on the internet at this point. What do I know? We'll see. I have not kept up with it. I don't know who's in this thing. All right, here we go. Can you guys see? Bro, my eyesight must be terrible. Let me zoom in. You guys like this stream because we all kind of older. You got Jet Thompson versus Brandon Bransom. And you got Rafael Ferreira. I heard you guys talking about him a little bit. Versus Dominic Lobo. Derek Rayfield versus Matt Masham. And Mike John versus Dominic Maya. So none of these guys, did any of these guys start from the first PGF? Like the first day of PGF to the finals of PGF? Or are they all new people? I think Dominic Maja, how you say his name is good. Are they in different brackets, or are they in the same weight class? Because isn't Dominic Maja, isn't he smaller than Jet Thompson? Or are those two different weight classes? No clue. We'll see what's going to happen. Just a couple of these guys some of these guys are really good. They can do some stuff. It's just that high level is tough, man. When you go from beating up scrubs to fighting like, Mika Gavals and Joseph Chins and stuff like that. It don't usually go too well. So that's going to be today. Today is September 10th. Yeah, 10th of September, Wednesday. That's today. So 4 p.m., you guys can finish up the stream and then go over to stay on YouTube and pop over to PGF. There you go, everybody. Problem solved. You guys got it. Yeah, it might be pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll check on it. 4 p.m. is kind of a crazy time, you know. Most people, we kind of got stuff to do over here. We kind of got stuff to do over here. Of course, we had Mikey on the Simple Man podcast. What did Mikey say about? What was Mikey saying? Let's see what he's got to say.
So I went there 3 times, and the guy was always really nice to me. He doesn't train at all. Like, he just, like, when I say train, doesn't roll or anything. He just like learns from like random instructors every day, like Gordon, and he kind of just trains more for like self-defense and fighting. Honestly, he has a lot of cool random moves. Like, I'll just be on the mat and be like, check this out, Royce Gracie does this with his triangle. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that before. So he knows things like that, like cool random moves.
Interesting.
Now, can he apply it and do it to someone in his division like Nick Rod? No fucking way.
Yeah.
I just thought his knowledge was like, he just knows a lot of things in jiu-jitsu, but that doesn't mean you can physically do it at all. He knows things that I didn't know in jiu-jitsu. Like, I don't know, I've just been training so many years, so when he knows like random cool things, like details from like Royce Gracie and random black belts, like Frank Mir has this defense, Royce Gracie has this, I was like, oh, I respect that. Like, he does study, like, and learns. Like, would I give someone their black belt in 3.5? I feel like a corrupt politician when I respond like this.
Of course.
But like, I would never give anyone a black belt in that time. He doesn't compete or train. I think that the exception for a black belt in that speed would be someone like Nicky Rod, like a high-level wrestler that just fucks up like black belts already, like a year into training. Like, you're like the guy that could like change the amount of years to get a belt.
Tell us about Moneyberg, please. We gotta know.
So I went there 3 times, and the guy was always really nice to me. He doesn't train at all. Like, he just, like, when I say train, doesn't roll or anything. He just like learns from like random instructors every day, like Gordon, and he kind of just trains more for like self-defense and fighting. Honestly, he has a lot of cool random moves. Like, I'll just be on the mat and be like, check this out, Royce.
PGF sucks. It's I don't know. I haven't watched it. You know, just so you guys know, people can see what you're saying on the stream now on. Just look at the bottom there. Just so you guys know, people can now see what you're saying on the stream. So be careful what you guys say. I haven't watched PGF. It seemed like there were some okay matches, some lopsided matches. He slipped up. Again, guys, everybody can see what you're posting. Just I like what PGF is trying to do now. I don't know if it's good or not. I haven't checked it out. I don't got the time. If they want to pay me to watch, okay, I'll react to some stuff. But I don't have that much time. I'd rather focus on my own stream and my own jiu-jitsu career and my own training. I just can't. And you know, they hit me with that copyright strike. That's it. I ain't gonna look at nothing no more. It says Ethan Krenelstein. All right, Josiah. Friday, bro. Get it out your system. Josiah, please get it out your system, bro. Whatever you gotta say, get it out your system now. Because come Friday, we're gonna see the truth, bro. We're gonna see the truth. Guys, remember, they can read what you're saying now. Live on the screen. If you mess up, that's on you. What were we talking about? Let me finish talking about Mikey, and I'll come back to everybody. It says Mikey's thoughts on Derek Moneyberg, same thing. So if you guys want to watch that, it's on the Simple Man podcast. I'm probably not gonna watch all that. We got a friendly chat member. He says, "Wait, so he doesn't roll, but looks better than the majority of black belts." All right, no wonder Mikey upset. Mikey, we remember, because it was only a couple weeks ago you said he was better than most black belts and more knowledgeable and better and smarter. I'm sorry, Mikey. I'm trying to be nice, but you did say that. I mean, you did go on the internet and say all that stuff. Danny Choppa says, to be fair, people can also watch the stream replays anyways if they wanted to. Yeah, but before the chat would disappear. That chat would disappear. You know, that chat won't be in there, but now they can look back and say, oh, well, who's Josiah? Who's LOL Snap? He says, look at this sellout. He backpedaling, man. He backpedaling. Now, I'm waiting for Gordon Ryan to backpedal. He's been kind of slowly backpedaling. Jason Whitfield, what's up, Jason Whitfield? Happy White Belt Wednesday. He says, my money is on Dominique. Been training at New Wave a couple of years now. He is also on the Acai Republic team for AIGA before he got injured. He lost to Corbry Bros in the finals of ADCC trials. Which Corbry bro got him? Gavin or DeAndre? Josiah says, let them read it. All right, Josiah, they ready to kick you out of here too. Josiah. Jason Whitfield says, but Dominique beat Corbry multiple times before that finals match. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not being nice. He needs a handler. Uh-oh. Mikey, go ahead and get yourself a nice, I don't know what you need to get. I don't know who he needs to get. Let me read a couple comments real quick. He just thought about it more than the rest of us. That might be true. I mean, you could just message me. Uh-oh, Mikey. Balea, where you at, Balea? Balea, why all my friends be starting trouble? First CP be starting trouble. Balea be starting trouble. We some troublemakers over here. Josiah be starting trouble. LOL Snap be starting trouble. We got some troublemakers on this stream. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know we were gonna have all these troublemakers coming out the woodwork. He says you could have just messaged me instead of passive aggressively poking me here. Crying emoji. I said he had more knowledge than random moves and details from all those coaches. That's not what I don't think that's what you said earlier, Mikey. Earlier, Moneyberg smarter, higher IQ, better than everybody. Now he is kind of backpedaling. Sorry, Mikey, I can't defend that. LOL Snap says, needs a helmet and a short yellow butt. LOL Snap, they're going to send you back to Cuba. He's got all the random moves and details from all those coaches. Not that he can do the moves. I mean, why is he a black belt then? Or that he is better? Because you can know a billion things. We've been telling you that. If you can't apply or do them, what does that give you? He was always nice and kind to me and gave me money. And I just got too deep in defending someone nice to me and gave me money. But then I realized I was messing up and setting the record straight. Haven't we all, as people, done this, Mikey? No, we haven't been selling out like that, Mikey. Nah, don't put us all in that, Mikey. Mikey, don't throw us under the bus too. You throw yourself under the bus, Mikey. To be fair, Danny Choppa says, to be fair, I think I need a handler the more I navigate life. And Josiah, I'm gonna skip with. Josiah says, I don't start trouble fall. You started trouble, Josiah. You be going to everybody's videos and everybody's stream. All right, Josiah, Friday. They can't. LO Snap says, they can't. I have my citizenship now. They can Trump might take that away. ICE can still get you, LO Snap. You got all the proper paperwork. Send them back to Cuba. I'm not saying I would do that. I'm saying some of these American people would. Where did that message come from? Uh-oh. It's crazy. I see weird stuff on the thing and not on the other thing. The chat's different over here. LOL Snap. I think YouTube edited your post out. So they can't send us back to Cuba. Okay, they can send you somewhere else. They can send you somewhere else. Someone says, Mikey, nah, you glazed him and D-rolled him. Now you gonna save face? You lost, pizza man. Mikey says, when they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. Are you quoting the Bible? Don't quote the Bible, Mikey. No, don't quote the Bible. Somebody get my man a handler fast. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. 1 Peter 2. I don't know if that's 1 Peter 2:23. Mikey, please don't quote the Bible, Mikey. That means you're guilty. When you start quoting the Bible, you're in trouble. That be you did something. Jason Whitfield says Dominique beat DeAndre and Gavin back to back in the East Coast trials. Can we watch that match? And lost to Dorian in the final. Yeah, he definitely lost to Dorian. MacTube says, hey y'all, what up, man? Happy White Belt Wednesday. Grippo. LOL Snap says, good vacation. I'll be back in a week. LOL Snap says, I have the citizenship for here in the Bahamas. Bro, you set up, bro. my man he's a made man out here. So if you're joining us, Mikey just quoted the Bible. So that's not a good step. Says, this man done lost his mind for being called out for his own actions. Don't be defensive. Be accountable. Someone says, respect to you for coming out and saying that. Lots of guys don't have the guts. Gordon, you going to say anything, Gordon? Mikey says, I already said everything now. I already said everything. How have I not been taking accountability? Because we forced you to. I didn't even give the guy his black belt. And I am keeping it 100% real. That's not enough for you guys. Because you were glazing pretty hard, Mikey. So when you are still needing to poke me after the fact, takes me going religious mode not to match the energy. Mikey, get off the internet, Mikey. Someone says, and somebody just countered his Bible quote. They said, stand firm for justice as witnesses for Allah. Well, the Bible, Quran. Witnesses for Allah, even if it is against yourself, your parents, or close relatives. Surah Al-Nisa 135. Just calling it how it is, brother. This ain't hate. It's just calling out what you yourself said and did. Uh-oh, Mikey. Listen, once you start opening the Bible, there's always someone more skilled and knowledgeable about the Bible. Grippo. Whenever I see Josiah, I just say Grippo. Dominique also defeated Grippo. Oh, we might need to watch a couple matches. MacTube says, I don't take comments seriously anymore. It's too biased towards one side. Not always. LOL Snap says, go to practice. Yesterday in the evening, I fell asleep and woke up at 11 o'clock at night. Wow. Or didn't wake up. Or didn't go to practice. Oh, you tired, bro. Grippo. Isn't Mikey, I don't know what Mikey is. He's Italian. Hey. You're thinking of Moneyberg. I don't know what Moneyberg is either. This is low integrity answer. This is a low integrity answer. Just because he is nice isn't a license to be okay with fraudulent behavior. I've been watching MMA for 15 years. I know a ton. I've trained MMA. I've sparred. I've trained with UFC fighters. I call plays before they happen in fights. I'm basically John Jones. MacTube says, I think it's obvious. The B team and New Wave doesn't really have beef with anyone. Not anymore. Craig and Gordon kind of, they doing their own stuff. Who else got drama? Everyone else just trying to live their life. It's just Craig versus Gordon with the occasional Nicky Rod and Margali back and forth. The rest are chill. Eventually stuff, simmers down. I genuinely like this version of Mikey and how he was being honest and not screaming his responses. I mean, he's 30 years old. He can't be screaming when you're 30 unless you're a streamer. Isn't it mandatory roles what sets BJJ apart from karate? He says, there you go. So basically saying he bought the belt. Got it. Couch black belts are a thing. I know a lot of subs that happened back in the day during UFC. I'm in. So in short, not a real black belt. Got it. We always knew Moneyberg was not a real black belt. Now the people defending him, they can't defend him no more. Moneyberg is his 80 supervillain. Yep. Josiah says, Grippo. Josiah, I'll just translate for you. Josiah, get it out your system, bro, because Friday, no more Grippo talk on this stream no more. Guys, if you're happy to see that, please hit the Snapchat, the Cash App. I keep saying Snapchat. Please hit the Cash App if you're excited as me that no more Grippo talk. After Friday, no more Grippo talk. Josiah says he's winning on Friday. We'll see. If you guys want to see, if you don't want to see Josiah win, hit that Cash App. Thank you, Josiah. I'm also going to market my Cash App while we're getting ready for EBI. He says, hey, I can tell you all these elaborate sequences and how to do them, but when I roll, I'm obviously still a white belt. 8 years in BJJ and 19 years in martial arts. Just because someone is a salesman of motion, an American Kempo term, doesn't mean they can apply it themselves. Well, based off that, Moneyberg ain't no black belt. He can't apply nothing. Josiah, let them know. So if Josiah, get it out your system, bro. Get it all out your system. No more Grippo after. Sorry, Grippo. I do like Grippo, But no more Grippo on the live stream after Friday. Says in 24 hours, I've heard better back control escapes than anyone else. He do fine against average black belts. He study moves, but he doesn't train or roll. So everyone is selling out. Got it. Just like they did with Zuck. When did you guys sell out to Zuckerberg? How much did he give you guys? And they'll do it again and again because none of them have a spine. That might be true. I don't think a lot of these guys got a spine, everybody. Unfortunately, your favorite grapplers, they don't have morals or discipline. they regular people. Sometimes they lower than regular people. Your favorite grapplers be out here embarrassing everybody. Let's see. Said on Joe Rogan. It says Gordon said on Joe Rogan that Moneyberg can roll with an average black belt and be okay. Yeah, Gordon insulted everybody. Gordon's the number one guy that thinks everybody sucks, and he's over here defending Moneyberg. Gordon also put Moneyberg's face on his truck. Yeah, don't trust a man with Moneyberg on their truck or their shirt or their socks. It's like going to a surgeon that watched a lot of YouTube videos but never actually done a surgery. That might be the future though. Says, did you see Moneyberg try to do a toe hold? It was a masterclass of black belt skill. Yeah, who's defending that? Danny Topper says, Josiah deserves his black belt if Gianni wins. Maybe. Now, if Grippo wins, we all going to have to shut up. It's going to be Josiah's stream at that point. I'll hand over the stream to him. Here you go, Josiah. Now you can talk about Grippo 24/7 on the live stream. It says they all defended Moneyberg to preserve their reputation. Well, they ruined their reputation. Money talks. He doesn't roll. He doesn't compete. He doesn't train with other people. He just drills with high-level black belts that he pays. In 3 years of that, he's a legit black belt. You know in your heart that's not valid. So he's not a legit black belt. End of story. Yep, you guys already knew that. Jake Shields said Derek's back escape is better than anyone else. Yeah, because he's humongous. He said he couldn't hold mount on him. That's more about you, Jake Shields. Give me your black belt back, Jake Shields. I'm taking your black belt too. Big Dan is a purple belt still. Why do we keep comparing him to people like Nicky Rod? Just talk about him in the context of average hobbyist black belts. But simply saying he doesn't roll disqualifies his belt. Man, if Moneyberg rolled with the regular black belt, his age and weight, bro, he'll get smashed in half guard. If you can't do it, you shouldn't have a black belt. I don't GAF how much someone thinks they know. LOL Snap says, my Tesla robot can beat Moneyberg. LOL Snap got all this money, bro. He's the new Moneyberg. Cuberberg. Jason Whitfield says, how crazy is ADCC trials? You have to fight 8 matches, beat both Corby bros, and now you have to face a wrestling cardio machine in the finals. Yeah, that's true. I believe didn't he get an invite to the ADCC regardless though? Mark 2099, what up, man? He says Moneyberg signed up for no-gi pants. Did he? Nah, you trolling me, bro. Yeah, but he's still gonna pay everyone off. Everybody giving up their leg to Moneyberg. LOL Snap says, I will roll with Moneyberg. Just remember, LOL Snap, don't hurt him. He won't give you money if you hurt him. Edwin Does Live says, sup everyone, EBI is Friday. Yep, you mentioned Alec live stream. I mentioned on the live stream, yes. So if you're just joining us, we got a bet with Josiah that if Gianni Grippo loses or doesn't do well, it's subjective. I'm like CJI over here. If he doesn't do well, doesn't have a good performance, or doesn't win EBI, no more talk of Grippo in this live stream. So that's what we're all celebrating right now. We're getting ready. Josiah's got to get it out your system, Josiah. Get it all out your system. Because by Saturday, no more talk of Grippo on here. Doesn't roll, doesn't compete, knows a lot of random moves. Black belt in jiu-jitsu the same time as Kyle Terha. And, they ain't the same. Someone says, OMG, I just realized that he is an ecological jiu-jitsu black belt. Moneyberg is. Who knew Moneyberg's ecological? I knew it. I just want to know how much Moneyberg is paying them to go on. It can't be that much. The sales entrepreneur courses on how to get rich. No way. Or he sells entrepreneur courses on how to get rich. No way he is actually rich. Gordon trying to defend him, and he doesn't even roll. He isn't a black belt. How are you a black belt and you don't roll with, people you didn't pay? Finally, some honesty. I was sure Moneyberg must have got them all to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Where's Balea out? Mikey just glizzied Nicky Rod so hard. Someone can have knowledge of something but can't apply it in real life. So I don't know. They all defend Moneyberg to preserve their reputation. Well, they destroyed their reputation. It says Gord going to have comments off for another week. Gordon don't put his comments on. He too scared. Honorary black belt, but the practice is that honor is bestowed freely by the coach, and the recipient doesn't pay for it, right? It says, looks like Mikey won't be invited anymore. We messed up Mikey's bag. I'm sorry, Mikey. Shut up. Any white belt who watches vids knows things. Being able to apply them is a true understanding. The sport is full of sellouts, man. Just roll and prove everyone you're a black belt. You got nothing to lose. He got everything to lose. Gordon said he can hold his own with the average black belt. Well, let's watch him roll with the average black belt that he didn't pay off. How can Gordon say he'd fare against another legit black belt if nobody has ever seen the guy roll? You can know techniques, but never applying them against adversity, opposed to a person letting you drill with no resistance, is a huge difference. And if this is for self-defense, like Mikey said, you have to face adversity. Not if you train with the Gracies. You don't have to. You can just get that belt. Get it out your system, Josiah. LOL Snap says, I will roll with Moneyberg, and Josiah is talking about Grippo some more. Get it out your system, Josiah. Get it all out. Get it all out your system. LOL Snap says, tell Moneyberg to come over to Cuban practice at Haven 6:30 in the back. Nah, he ain't going to. You guys, he can't go because you guys going to tell him to take his socks off. Can he keep his socks on? He might go if he can keep his socks on. Josiah just loves seeing himself on the podcast, on the live stream now. All right, so that was good for Mikey. I don't know what else to say. Who is this?
Oh, this is my first time touching a revolver.
But Nicky Rod.
Yes.
Whoa!
I said I'll wait for the day.
That's yours.
Huh?
That's
This is your
yours.
gun.
Oh, this is.
Yes.
Oh no
I
way!
said I would wait for the day you submitted me to give you this belt. That day never came, but you beat Yuri Simone.
Let's go! Let's go!
Shit.
Yeah,
I
now
was
you're
about
just a
to say,
slave.
you
gotta mess it
know
up.
how to tie it?
Settle down, Nicky Rod.
Let's see you try to tie this.
That's pretty good so far.
No, there you go.
Karate, bro.
Yeah, it's flawless.
Loop-de-loop and tie, baby.
Ow,
Fucking
man.
sick.
The
Right on.
Ruger. The Ruger.
The Ruger, yeah.
Play some Russian roulette
I
after
was
this.
just thinking that Russian roulette.
1 out of 7. Those are
You know
better
what
odds.
Russian roulette is?
We used to do it.
Poker.
Them guys crazy over there. My Nogi bros don't care about the black belt, but we do. Hello Snap says, as of the hour, he's a legit black belt. Where am I at? Jason Whitfield says, DeAndre won the West Coast trials. Unfortunately, he got Fabricio Andre in the first round of ADCC. Let's watch a match or so. Gianni gonna win. All right. Josiah, bro, your consistency, bro. How are you so consistent, bro? If anybody wants to mute Josiah, I will make somebody a moderator today. Does anybody want to be a moderator today? Can't be Josiah, though. I'll leave it in the hands of the people. You're sick of DeAndre, too? He ain't done. What has he done? Let's see if we can find Dominique Maya. I want to see some of his matches. Let's study some matches, bro. This channel, we originally used to study matches. Oh, that I might watch some Lovato too. I feel like watching some matches today. We might watch some matches today, man. I'm a Grippo believer. Oh, that's you, Josiah. Josiah the White Belt Slayer. Where the heck is my thumbnail? There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we've got a trials match. We can't play Enigma. Usually we can only play, we saw this match. Oh, they fought. Well, let's watch this match.
Their business better with billing management and website design services. Visit Kicksite.com.
Nicky Rod
for a
trained
free
gi with some
30-day
homies at Gracie
trial.
Tampa South. He was even dominant in the gi. Yeah, but did he do any gi techniques? If he just playing his regular body lock style
match.
in the gi.
Owen Jones versus Dominic Mejia. The battle of ADCC trials. UK versus USA. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Whose name did I say wrong? One of my favorite parts of Maya. How do you say his name? One of my favorite parts of the stream is you saying people's names wrong. I can't pronounce people's names.
In the blue corner, out of London, England, fighting for Apex Jiu-Jitsu, Owen Jones.
The European ADCC trials winner. A lot of buzz about this young man. Owen Jones makes his Who's Number One debut.
Yeah, had a really good performance as of late, and it looked great. Just exciting, good everywhere, very well-rounded competitor. So look forward to seeing this today.
His opponent out of the red corner,
They
training out of Austin, Texas.
They don't be saying
for
the
New
name right
Wave,
either, though.
Dominic Mejia.
Oh, yeah, I messed his name up. Dominic
makes his
Mejia.
return to Who's Number One. 1-0 record. East Coast Trials silver medalist, multiple-time ADCC Open champion.
Where'd the audio go? Oh, it was on their side. You guys, where happened to audio?
The most anticipated match in the undercard, for sure. A lot of buzz about this one. Owen Jones opting to pull guard right away. Dominic Mejia,
I didn't know this match happened.
A little bit of foot stomp.
Nick is a good guy, but
guard
against
passing
real
attempt
wrestler, he
there.
can't
These guys are
hang.
getting a little chippy
But
at
we
the
saw that
press
with Brandon
conference
Reed and
yesterday,
Well, let's see. Dominic has looked good
And,
here
what's the other guy?
with some of his tight passings. You're going to want to see him
Not talking
circle
bad, but
towards
it's
his
true, yeah.
right. He's going to keep getting that left leg back as Owen Jones looks like he wants to go underneath and invert. So
Dominic Mejia now.
Did this man just come out of the Wooble?
Training at New Wave Jiu-Jitsu. Owen Jones, Apex Jiu-Jitsu, London, England. But came down to train with B Team. Trains out of Apex BJJ. As we mentioned.
What?
Owen
Don't
Jones,
spoil it,
the
bro.
European
Why you got to spoil it, Josiah?
ADCC trials winner. A lot of buzz around his performance.
Don't spoil the fight.
Trials. You can check out all those matches on Flow Grappling. The entire archive.
You know, Owen's got some good arm locks and
European
stuff.
Trials.
you can see Dominic trying to keep that left leg back. Circling,
Heavy
circling.
pressure on top.
He used an underhook there, a little near side underhook in the armpit. He was using a stiff arm, the neck. He could also just separate.
Maya has crappy rash guards.
Very typical that if someone lays down on their right hip, that's their strong side. So
Everybody's using this neck post. I guess it's from Gordon or someone. 2-on-1 by Owen. All right.
Breakout
Reverse
performance at
Telehiva.
Who's Number One a few editions ago, and then he's just been tearing it up on the ADCC Open scene. Really kind of coming into his own. Really action-packed competitor from start to finish.
there's a stiff arm of the neck. Really, that's just trying to keep Owen from going underneath there, circling that left leg back.
Spoilers.
He's trying to get into these tight butterfly guard passing
Everybody's doing
situations.
this neck post,
He may back
haven't
step
really been
out if he's
using
got the ankle there. He's trying to get trying to get to the ankle.
Yeah.
Dominic really
Some
trying to
outside
make sure he
passing.
controls that left leg.
Foot stomp
constantly of
pass.
Owen Jones.
Yeah, that's what really basically slows down that inversion, is to keep that leg at bay, and then you're just working to try to get over the knee line. But there he goes.
Kiss
See,
of
when
the
that
dragon,
left leg goes into the
inversion.
middle, that inversion
Nice.
happens.
Backside almost entry. There we go. Almost got to the Ashi. He probably could. I don't think Owen Jones plays on
Ryan
top,
in the
does he?
corner
It's
of
mostly
Owen
guard work.
Jones, indicating that he can use this.
Mac
leg
Tube says,
attempt to
who would
gain
you say
top
is the best
position,
leg
but
locker in
Dominic
BJJ right
Mejia
now?
shut
Craig said
down,
Pato,
back
but
on
I
top.
disagree.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's,
Mateus
In my
Which
opinion,
Mateus?
that's what the foot locks are best for.
Or Levi Jones? Which
Going
Mateus are you
from
talking about?
When you have another guy that's very good on
Szynski?
the legs, it's a very good way to sweep. It's a very good way to reverse the situation altogether.
I might have to be Pato. He's tapped more people leg locks. he tapped
That's
a ton of
good
people with leg
strategy
locks.
by Dominic right there is to
Nice.
reverse the
I like
grip
this.
and
I like
cut
this.
around the
Hey.
north-south. Very good
Let
strategy.
me rewind that. That was a nice sequence there. Pato's tapped out more ADCC people than than all those guys, I think. Some
That's
duck under
good
passing here. He
strategy
goes
by
north-south,
Dominic right there
switches
is
to a duck under.
Reverse the grip and cut around
There.
the north-south.
Another duck under
Very
to
good
stack.
strategy.
Nice stack. We're going to see a lot more stacking, passing, and nogi. Stack, passing, over, under. You've seen all the old stuff.
5 minutes, 45 seconds left in this match.
Judges favor blue.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Looks like Owen Jones is the favorite so far.
Yeah, I'm going Pato because he's tapped more people. Like, violently tapped people. Dante Leon, Josh Cisneros,
Get inside down
Ethan
that leg.
Kernelstein. Jason says, I was at this event. This was the whole match. Hey. Hey, nice.
Let's try and get legs locked when we can. You can always come up as
Weren't they both training at B team?
Dominic
Owen,
rethreading the leg there.
He was in danger there. He had that leg.
Yeah, that was a good entry on the leg. It was deep.
It's a good match.
He's got his own leg attack here.
Keith Krikorian's a great leg locker, though he won't win on Friday. We'll see you, brother.
4 minutes, 50 seconds
Balea,
left.
we got Balea in the chat and Balea on the screen.
Owen's starting to pick up the pace now.
Yep.
Mike Tube says, I didn't know how to spell his name. Szynski? Just put S's. Szynski. Levi Jones. Well, Levi don't compete that much.
See Dominic put that right foot behind that other leg and try to
Balea
lift it
says,
up.
whoever's
Nice shot
commentating
triangle.
sounds handsome. Matrix, K-guard entry.
Some
My
nice,
man,
nice leg stuff here by Owen Jones.
Balea
Doing
got
a good
all the
job
secrets, but can't
creating
spill them.
Some action. I'd like to see Dominic separate. I liked how he walked to north-south, but I also that's what I'd like to see him do. Pass to that other side.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he's right. Pass the other side.
The north-south
There you go.
passing was good for him. He only tried it once, but it was good for him. And
That was a nice little combination. Knee cut to the left and then pass to the right.
Yep.
But Owen Jones got a hold of his wrist.
Didn't they both train at New Wave though? Oh no, Dominic. No, Dominic's at New Wave. Owen's at B team.
can also use his left foot to push down that inverted De La Hiva. That sort of takes that whole entire thing away. Got it back into the middle if that happens, but it does get rid of that hook. Dominic uses his left leg. It actually pummels it all the way back by that heel. He's going arm in guillotine, trying to pass with arm in guillotine. It's a nice try right there.
Balea, who you got for PGF, man?
Not sure what the main judge or main official.
So this match had a lot of sweeps, but no finish.
Attacked that head right after the break. 3 minutes 15 seconds left. Be interesting to see who gets the second. Judge's favor.
Owen has his own gym now. Yeah, he's supposed to. He's never there though. How you gonna have a gym and you never there? I don't think he have a gym. So somebody else must be running that gym.
North-south style where he goes all the way around the north-south.
Unless that's how they're funneling funds to him. Nice. Arm saddle here, reverse arm bar.
He's got a nice little trap there on the arm, but just doesn't feel like it's the right position to finish.
Yeah, Dominic was able to slip his
These guys are
elbow.
good, but I think Pato probably Pato beat the brakes off both guys. I mean, Pato already beat the brakes off Owen. Nice attack there though.
Try to attempt to pass, but
it's better than some of them boring matches. Is PGF still happening? Yeah, but nobody's in they're in their finals now, right? I think Dominic Maya.
Action here.
I can't say his name. He's in the
number
PGF
121 from Austin, Texas.
finals or whatever. Or
Coming up after
the back.
this on the main
Hey,
card.
not close.
We have the no
Back exploded. Go, 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 go.
Dominic Mejia now shooting,
Mejia.
jumping on that leg. Owen Jones.
I can't say his
looking to
name
get to
right.
the back. Dominic on a nice toe hold there.
Yeah,
PGF has been going through their season the last few weeks. It's doing very well.
Got his back taken there, but he tried to fix his leg.
That man just tried to do a white belt straight ankle.
Very, very nice attempt to do that.
Teddy Hoffa. Someone asked you your favorites.
Just a minute 30.
Yeah, old
Dominic's had
school.
a couple submission attempts, but I
Old school's the new school now, man.
They were super compelling submissions, so I don't know if the judges are going to.
You know, Belay just gonna say old school people. Say some new school people, Belay. Who's the new school favorites?
To see how they call this one.
Keeping them in front.
Yeah,
I mean, those guys can still beat everybody. Hoffa Mendez can still beat people today. Nice duck
Going all the way
underpassing.
to north-south.
Owen's got good guard, man. He's got a good guard.
Good tactic.
Elevating. Elbows back in.
Dominic keeping busy from the top.
I just don't see them beating Pato or Baby Shark. You know.
Regarding where he wants to be
Last
and
minute,
keeping
Owen.
connected to his opponent.
Yeah, Dominic really not been able
Belay
to solve
don't want to
this.
answer all you guys' questions. He's busy. He got to listen to his own voice. He's busy listening to his voice. New school. I guess Hoffa Mendez, Mika.
40 seconds left in this match.
Mika, you think Mika will retire when that baby comes out? Tynan. Hey, that was a nice good attack.
With the straight ankle lock attack there on Owen Jones.
He defended it though.
Yeah, now,
Owen
now
Jones
he's-
saying it's nothing.
No, he's got the pressure off now
Yeah,
on the
pressure's
straight
off.
foot lock.
Wedging back take here. Ice,
Yeah,
bring your knee
the
out.
pressure
Yep,
came
wedging
off
back,
there.
wedging back, take on your own.
I hear the B team saying wedge
They be
back take.
they be using some different
Off that
terminology
leg
than me.
attack.
That was that back take he used.
Hey,
a
that was a nice
little
attack. Oh no! Oh.
Almost gets to the back of Dominic Mejia.
Margali. I think he's retired.
Another
PGF is today.
matchup here.
I
Who's
will not
number
be
one?
watching that. They don't pay me to watch that.
Owen Jones was twice the favorite. The judges.
You know, Belay get paid to. He be getting paid to comment on those matches. I don't. So yeah, if you guys want to watch PGF, it should be later today on YouTube for free. I'm not paid by them or sponsored by them or endorsed by them, so that's all they're getting from me. It says Michael Coach is beating Michael Couch. Jacob Couch or Michael Couch? Who are you talking about? Is beating people. He says he got DQ for knee barring someone in 30. Who are you talking about? Jacob Couch or Coach? I don't know who that is. Oh, your coach. Okay. Says he can't retire. He needs diaper money. Well, you know, that sponsor, Balea, who's that anonymous sponsor, Balea? Is it somebody famous that runs a tech company? Who is this? We got, Balea knows everything. He knows who the sponsor is. Well, anyway, Mika didn't get that money, so, well, his wife is the breadwinner anyway. It says that man can't retire. He has to pay child support. I'm hoping they stay together for the baby at least. Is Maya still new wave? I have no idea. Meja. Grippo. Jason Whitfield says I can't stand listening to B Team Corner. Nikki is super annoying. Can we please just watch and let the commentators do their job? Well, you know, they're trying to make sure their guy wins. I understand that. Can we watch another match of Dominic Maya? Flo, what is this? I want to see him fight some. Who's that guy from Acai Republic? What was this? ADCC official. Where's Dominic Maya at? I'm trying to see some more matches. Oh, is that him in the gi? Oh, he was in Kids Program. I'm trying to see some more. You don't have too many matches out here. We already saw Kokorian beat whatchamacallit. Is that Dominic Maya and Grippo?
The AIGA tournament lasted over 17 hours.
Jesus. Maya is Kingsway. Okay. That was New Wave, Kingsway. Same thing, right? He says, I think it's the same guy who was going to pay for Cobrinha versus Hoffa no time limit match but pulled out. Why did this sponsor keep pulling out, Balea? Why does he keep doing this? I didn't know they were going to have a match. This must have been a couple years ago. It can't be Zuckerberg then, because Zuckerberg wasn't around back then. It says, I find PGF to be exciting. I don't know if you guys can see your posts out there. I find PGF to be exciting. I like that they paid extra for pulling some crazy moves this time around. Yeah, they be throwing the money at you. Jason Whitfield says Dominic still trains at Kingsway. He was recently in a video with Gordon demonstrating a technique. Josiah, bro. Guys, we're gonna go. Let's take a little break. We'll come back to some Dominic Maya. Let's see some more stories. We already saw that. We got Lovato. We might push Lovato back, you know. We got my girl Helen. Helen, what you doing over there? Hey, get it, Helen, get it. Ooh, can't play that song. Yeah, if if you're cutting weight, you need that partner in there with you. You need that partner in there with you to help you lose that weight. Woo. Make sure you diet, people. Don't be cutting weight like these ladies are doing. You know, wrestlers gonna cut some. They're gonna cut that water weight. Not the healthiest. We got Owen Jones. We just watched Owen Jones, but we got some more Owen Jones.
Holy shit! He cut me hard the first time. I was like, my back, but my guard's unpassable, bro. Can't pass my guard. I'm happy his way. I wanted to tap him, but we take the W's we can get. We move on. Hey, I spoke this shit into existence. I didn't tap him, but I told you I'd get kind and stall him out. That's a win for the team.
I mean, Kynan let everybody down. Kynan, you the biggest let down. I can't say much. I probably let people down too if I got out there. I wouldn't have got no submissions either. But to be fair, Kynan should have won that match. I mean, it didn't make no sense. You telling me you can't bulldoze your way through this little guy's guard, Kynan? Come on, bro. You strong. You got all that auto supplementation, bro. Get through that guy's guard. I don't know what's wrong with him. His mind, maybe he's tired. I don't know if he wants to be out there. And Craig over there giving 50K for people, and people still not fighting. That's wild. I mean, I thought the 200K was enough. But shout out to Owen Jones. He didn't get past, did he? Did he get his back taken? No. Got a new move from Victoria. Victoria, what you showing? Hey. Little spin move from the inside trip. There we go. Nice. If you guys don't know who Gigi Canuto, she's really good. I wish she would go back to wrestling, but she's been fighting MMA recently. Really good. I believe she came up doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling. I can't play that music. It's not really a slide by or go behind, but it's kind of like, a mix of moves. MacTube says Kynan outside of ADCC is hit or miss. That is true. He only and I don't understand it either. I mean, he's still good though. LOL Snap don't like the girls doing techniques, but we don't support that thought process over here. We got Nogi Pants coming up. I won't be out there, but good luck to everybody going out there. Is it next month? Maybe. I don't know. October. Says the men's medium heavyweight division for the 2025 Pans Nogi is going to be lit. You got what is that kid's name? From Unity. What is that kid? I think he was dating Helen for a second. What is that kid? Not Francisco Lowe. What's that kid's name? He's from Costa Rica. Belay, what's his name? MacTube says just because 50K is on the line, you fight harder doesn't mean you're going to get a submission. You're still fighting the best in the world, and they're trying to beat you just as much. Well, you got to take the risk for the 50K. If you're fighting like you regularly fight, and you're not trying to push a little bit harder, you're not going to get the 50K. I mean, how are you going to incentivize people to fight harder then? Otherwise, they could just coast. Some of these guys can just coast. Well, some of these guys did coast through their matches. So unless you take some risk and put yourself out there, you're not going to get the money. LL Snap says, I just realized something. The winning team got paid $200K a piece. The women got paid $250. No, they didn't get paid $250. They didn't get paid $250. They got paid Wait, I think did they all get 10K to be out there? No, they didn't get paid that much then. MacTube says, Ricardo, if Gordon can't compete at next ADCC super fight because of health reasons, do you know who they'll get to fight Kynan? I mean, I know Galvao might go back out there for the check, but I'm not sure. They can always bring an ex-champion or a new person, or maybe they won't have a super fight, you know. Didn't Helena win 1 million? Nope. No, she got 100K, bro. She got 100K. And they didn't get access to the 50K bonus, as far as I know. What is this kid's name? I can't remember. He got Thor. I still need to rematch with Thor. The Oren Day brother. That guy. Powell. That guy. And what's that kid's from Unity? What is that kid's name? Wallison? Is that is that the kid that's training over here? Oh, that's a different guy. Nah, that's a different kid. Who is this guy? What is that guy's name? Sebastian something. Rodriguez. Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. Good enough. 100K. LOL snap. All right. Now when she comes after you, bro. You know, when Helena comes after you, I'm not going to be able to protect you. Of course, we got a little bit of Money Burger. You guys love Money Burger. Balea, if you're still watching, we saw where Mikey was coming after you, bro. We saw the on the Simple Man podcast. We saw that. We saw Mikey coming after you. He says, "Why are you poking at me, Balea?" LOL Snap says she can buy more duct tape for her fingers. LOL Snap, my man, a misogynist. I think all the women besides Helena got 10 and 2. Okay. That's still under 200K though, right? If they all got 10 and 2. And then I don't know if Helena she didn't get a bonus. She just got the 100K. So yeah, still under 200K. I cannot see. I see you typing. I don't see your messages though. Where are your messages at? Yeah, I don't see it. Nothing's popping up now. And LOL Snap says, when you think I care? Why do you think I care? I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying when they cancel you, don't be surprised. When you get canceled and they take you back to Cuba, don't be surprised. Man, my man. Wild, bro. Let's watch some Money Burger and see what he's showing today.
Gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Oh, I can't play that song. Dun, 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 dun. This is peak performance right here. This is peak performance. This is peak athletic performance. Look at that sock placement. You think you could just put your socks on like that? No. He's getting his black belt in karate next week. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. LOL Snap says, I've been canceled. LOL. They made a separate gym from the main gym just for me. God, dog. And they don't let you train with the white belts. This is the black belt. Look at this guy, Now, your average black belt that's been training 10 years and, they can't move just like that. This is a specimen right here. Look how he puts his hands down when he kicks. Jason Whitfield says, if really good athletes don't want to be submitted, it's crazy hard. Hiron Gracie faced Andre Galvao and Metamoris, and Andre was at his best. Andre was never a submission expert, though. Could not top Hiron, and that tells it all. Well, I mean, if you're playing super defensive, it's kind of hard to submit people if they're just like, giving up positions but not giving up the submissions. That's pretty tough to deal with. Now, when Hiron tried that with what's the big guy? What's the big catch wrestling guy? Josh Barnett. That didn't quite work as well because Josh Barnett can submit you. Andre got Val. That was not a good matchup for Andre because he's a sport fighter, as some of my Gracies like to say. I can't see my reactions anymore. What happened to my thing? Ooh, can I reset it? Let's see. Oh, I can't reset this. Yeah, I don't see your posts coming up. I would like to see some of those Metamoris. We gotta have a special day for Metamoris. We're not even gonna look at what Moneyberg did. We're just gonna move on. Yeah. Good old Moneyburger, bro. That man is we got Jiu-Jitsu of Mason Fowler. I don't know what kind of instructional this is, but you guys are gonna get it. You guys UFC BJJ belt. It looks terrible. Yeah. Throw it in the trash. Throw that belt away. That thing looks terrible, bro. That's horrendous. Shout out to Jiu-Jitsu. They were kind of before BJJ Fanatics, so hopefully they make a comeback. I don't care about this one. Let's watch some Dominic Maia. It's in Portuguese, guys.
Plenty of the matches were boring, but not this one. Gianni Grippo and Dominic Maia.
Oh, I thought it was in Portuguese. This is something else. Eastern
Two
European
of the
English.
most dangerous attack-minded grapplers in the world. No stalling, no coasting, just relentless offense. Let's get right into it because this match is about to get crazy. Gianni Grippo pulling guard straight away. His guard retention and the leg locks he does are one of the best I've seen. He's very good at framing the shoulders, keeping distance, and then attacking leg locks when he's ready. And Dominic Maia was mainly a guard player a few years back. But it is interesting to see how his game has changed. Now he trains with Gordon Ryan and John Danaher. So he knows how to play top and put pressure a lot more than he used to do. He was mainly just attacking leg locks from bottom at his ADCC trials. But now he's so much more well-rounded. So let's see how this will go. Gianni Grippo has one of the best reverse de la Hiva attacks. He's entering into these positions and attacking straight away. He's never wasting time, just framing. He's always looking to attack straight away, just pummeling that lasso all the time. And watch how he'll transition from one hip to another. He's always going from left to right and right to left and off-balancing the opponent. He also has very good berimbolo in no-gi, but he rarely does it because it's so hard to do it. So let's see what he will manage to do against Dominic. Pay attention how Dominic is going head first, then arms, then hips, then legs. He's always trying to put pressure first with the head, then the arms, then the hips, then the legs. It is interesting to watch. Maybe he was trying a leg lock.
I kind of don't want to listen to him talk. Can we find the match without him talking? He's doing a good job. I just want to listen to him talking. Can we find that match versus Grippo? LOL Snap says, in order for me to get canceled, my wife said I have to care. LOL. God, dog. I still see your comments. It's just not popping up on the stream. I'm not sure why. I don't understand why Chael Sonnen agreed to fight Andre at Metamoris. Like, clearly you're going to lose. He doesn't care. Just wants that check. I used to like those Metamoris drums in the background when action would, they play the drums when action was happening. This man accent is so deep, he makes me sound good. Josiah losing his mind watching Grippo. I can't find the match. Dun, dun, dun. They don't have Dominic Maia anywhere. Let's watch some Corby.
Let's go, Scott.
You got some tomato cans at that trials, bro. You get some tomato cans. He's got it locked down, looking for a octopus thingy. MacTube says he's talking to Josiah. Man, that chat stopped working. There we go. Uh-oh. Nah, white belt Wednesday, bro. White belt Wednesday, bro. Let's watch our language, Marley. Family show. I mean, it's not a real match, man. Corby had this.
1 minute to a point, Scott. We need to move.
Is that Corby? Okay. They look exactly the same. I was like, is that Gavin or DeAndre? It's on Flo's channel. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, MacTube? What are you talking about? MacTube, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Corby versus Keith Krikorian. Ooh, can we see that?
Today we're gonna break down DeAndre Corby versus Keith
Oh,
Krikorian.
I don't wanna. Says, dang, Marley crashing out. Is he crashing out? MacTube says, don't underestimate a tomato can. Random people you never heard of sometimes beat big. That can happen. That can happen. But usually it doesn't. usually it doesn't happen. It can happen, but usually it doesn't. Someone needs to tell their referee to cut his hair. That's the head referee. What are you talking about? He can't even see the match. Well, he doesn't have to see the match because he doesn't score the match. He has like hand signals that he can do, but he's just there to keep the action going. I don't know if I can play standard jiu-jitsu. The way I talk about standard jiu-jitsu, they might hit me. Let's look at the supercut. Oh, it's Kyrian.
Feeling good, man. Got my good breakfast in me. I'm ready to go rock. Trial's always a hell of a tournament.
Marley says, I'm not crashing out. Just joshing guys up.
A lot of matches and one match at a time right now.
Trials is tough, but I mean, Black Belt Worlds, I feel like Black Belt Worlds might be tougher. Just took a few Benadryl for allergies. I might knock out. That's fine, bro. Hey. Let me turn that music down. They like hit that copyright. You know, Trials is tough, but I feel like, you know, Black Belt Worlds, you'd be like, dang, every match. Imagine every match is for, like, your fight. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, you got to armbar him at that point. But you know, when you do Black Belt Worlds, every match is like, God dang, I'm fighting for my life out here. Nah, I'm not playing that music. He submitted the first guy, guard playing second match. Probably get another submission. Yeah, but you do Worlds, you gotta fight. What weight class is he? 66. He gotta fight Cobrinha Jr., the Soldry brothers, Cole Abate, what's the other? Marum. You gotta fight the dude from you gotta fight Isaac when his arms healed up. You gotta fight some Nagai brothers. You gotta fight Samuel Nagai. You gotta fight the guy that won from Atos. It's hard to win Black Belt. Corby ecologically did it at ADCC. I mean, I didn't see no ecological training, but you know. Josiah says, I'm in BJJ classes. Oh, very proud of you, Josiah. All right. Who is that? I mean, there's tough people at trials. Yes, true, but I mean, it ain't the same, man. It ain't the same. I'm trying to move this thing over a little bit. I'm trying to think what I did. I only did one trials myself, so I can't really speak of doing multiple trials. There were some tough matches. It just depends on who you're fighting, you know. Is that AJ Aggar's arm? That's crazy. You know, AJ Aggar's arm got second place at ADCC before. Yeah, you guys back taking though. It says, what's your first class going to be? How to pull guard? Yep. No, you got to do judo first. Do some judo throws. Marley says, yo, the dude Mikey is defending his belt against is cutting from 160. Absolute coward he is. I'm just pissed I'm small for my division. Yeah, who is that guy? Kevin Carrasco? Is that the kid's name? Grippo, no! Grippo, no! All right, tell me how wrestling is ecological. Can somebody tell me how the wrestling was ecologically? How is that wrestling? How is wrestling ecological? I'm trying to get the right. There we go. That looks like it works pretty well. It says, man, I miss people going to sleep. You don't see that often anymore. Yeah, you do. Kennedy Jr. Cobrinha Jr. went to sleep. Chael Sonnen went to sleep. Somebody go to sleep every tournament. It says ADCC and Grippo aren't friends. Uh-oh. Corby was in trouble for a second.
Any thoughts on potentially fighting your brother?
We do it all the time. All the time. What the hell? It's a good treat for the grappling fans.
Marley says, I went to sleep last night. That's what you're supposed to do, go to sleep. Oh, you mean training? That's not good. I'll turn that music off. They got the Gavin versus DeAndre. Uh-oh, no. Well, you put your leg in there. You sat your leg right in there. You left your leg right there to get heel hooked. Nah, bro. Gianni will win on Friday. We'll see, bro. We'll see. We will see, brother.
Keith Krikorian of 10th Planet down to the mat.
Nice little throw by feint to that backside leg. Shot, trying to come up with it.
Can't play that music. Krikorian. Krikorian's good too. Nah, don't do that setup. No, you're gonna get your back taken. Nice little attack though. Gavin. All right, this might be ecological now. That might have been ecological movement. Was that ecological right there? Is that what ecological means? That looked pretty good though. That's good defense. Who beat Corby? That was nice, yeah. Oh no, Kokoria, no. I want to see Mikey fight a Corby brother.
Control. Let's see how patient he is here. Him trying to make himself small, shrink out of there.
Go this triangle from the back position. He's so effective with it.
Man,
And now flattening Keith out.
He's
And looking
off.
for the choke.
Corby technically up by 4 here.
Corby's big, man. Look how big he is. Now, he might be light, but he looks big. This is, wait, who put Kennedy to sleep? One of the Soldry brothers. You didn't see that? No, I guess you're not in the gi scene. You're not following the gi. That's a nice matchup, yeah.
Get these guys' faces. We're coming, bro.
Right here, guys.
Thank you, brother.
I'm grateful. I want to say thank you to Standard Jiu-Jitsu, everybody on that team. They're in there every day with me. We're working, and I want to say thank you to my coach Greg Souders. You know, we got a different approach than what Jiu-Jitsu is traditionally used to, and we're not trying to sell anything or do anything like that. We're just trying to play our part in pushing the sport forward, and hopefully my.
All right, can we see Corby versus Fabricio? I don't know if they got the matchup. I feel like they don't. Oh, there it is. Oh. Let's see. What match should we watch? We can't watch any of these other matches. Oh, there's a homeboy. Fabian. I don't know what happened to him. Should we watch this match? We'll come back to it. We're watching matches today because I'm tired. So we talked about it all yesterday. What's up, man? We talked about it all yesterday. The anonymous donor pulled the $1 million from New Wave. So the anonymous donor from CJI pulled the money from New Wave. So no milli for them. We talked about that all yesterday. So if you want to listen to that, go to yesterday's stream. Go to yesterday's stream. It says maybe New Wave should get some of that Moneyberg stock money. Not much we can say. It's just, terrible situation for those guys. Wagner was going to spend that money on a new tooth. Mika got to buy diapers. I don't know if we're going to watch Declan today. I don't want to watch Declan. Sorry, Declan. We watched him earlier this week. We got Baron Bozo. She says, me watching all the CJIT unfold from the sidelines of IBJJF tournaments that have rules and organization. I mean, IBJJF be messing up too, though. Let me move my face over. There we go. Did I not refresh this too? Or refresh this guy? Oh, it is refreshed. There we go. She says, CGI drama full summary in 30 seconds. Helena's hair. Fake tapping, which was real, and fake tapping that was not real. Craig begging people to do submissions. Kendall and Jasmine Hosha speaking out for women and being forced to apologize for it. Chael Sonnen getting buggy choked twice. Donor gives $1 million to New Wave, and donor retracts $1 million to New Wave. And 5,000 word essay from Gordon Ryan's. Yeah, that's basically it. MacTube says Tackett's, Rutulo's, Rod, Martinez, Corby's, Ryan's. Who else's? Mendez's, Meows, Tammy and Mikey, the Muzamechis, the Vietas, Leo Vieta, the Vietas, Leo and Alessandri Vieta. You also got Rodolfo Vieta and Anna Carolina Vieta. You got the Funegra sisters. There's some other people too. I just named a couple. I can't even think. There's some other people too. Yeah, he said the Rods, Martinez, the Ryans, the Estima brothers. Estima brothers. There's some other people. That's about all I can think of off the top of my head. Natani says, I prefer eco-style training than ego style training than ego. Well, ego is definitely going to be there regardless of what we say. So yeah, that's basically, she summed it up pretty well. That's all the drama that happened. Mac2 says, I thought the best match of the previous ADCC was Garbrig versus Dorian. I don't remember that match. Oliveras, it was back and forth. Oh, the Russian dude, Dagestani guy. Nah, that can't be the best match from ADCC. Actually, I didn't watch it. Did I watch ADCC? I watched CJI last year. I'm not gonna read this. Who is this? Let's watch Ethan versus DeAndre Corby.
All right, let's take a look at this lightweight tale of the tape. Ethan Krelliston, 30 years old, 5'8", weighed in at 155.2 pounds. DeAndre Corbier, 28 years old, 5'7", weighed in at 155.4 pounds. This is the battle.
Dang, everybody old.
Ecological versus illogical.
Everybody old now.
As Ethan Krelliston declared.
Everybody's old, man.
Here.
Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. Yes. I mean, both guys good sort of everywhere, so it's going to be fun to see what they choose or elect to do.
Nice.
Hey guys, Ricardo Amendolia here with Mr. Sean Williams for Who's Number 124. This is the first match of the undercard. It was actually supposed to be Cole Abate versus Ethan Krelliston, but Cole recently injured his leg at the IBJJF Worlds. So DeAndre Corbier, the fans have been asking for Corbier to get an invite here at Who's Number 1. We give the fans what they want. The best.
Josiah, we can see you on the stream posting everything.
So it's Corbier versus Krelliston.
Josiah, bro, Josiah, wow. Did you watch the 17-year-old who won ADCC
right
European
side,
trials?
Likes to tap the head and go to the sweep.
I saw a little bit, but
right side, right now that's Ethan's back leg.
But my guy Tarek, I think was beating him, he got cut. So I'm gonna wait for Flo to post that match.
Single entry, he's used it quite a bit on
he's at the young,
competition. So
guys like Dorian won at 17, 16. Cole won at 16. So it does happen from time to time.
DeAndre in the Rasta Bob Marley style black colors there.
Yeah, I like what Corbet's doing with the hand fighting. Is bringing the wrist down, going on 2-on-1, trying to get the wrist to the
LL Snap did
to the inside.
He made Kendall the mob of people.
Ethan sort of starts to pull that out.
I don't know if they did apologize, did they?
Fainting.
I mean, why? You don't need to apologize. I never apologize.
There's a nice single on the.
Keep him in front of you. Keep him in
Just couldn't quite get his shoulder connected to the hip there. Just a little too far away.
A lot of buzz about DeAndre Corbier. You see his coach there, Greg Souders from Standard Jiu-Jitsu out of Rockville, Maryland. They have their ecological approach to drilling and training.
My man got black nail polish. No, I can't. I can't support that.
Check out their YouTube channel.
Can't support that at all.
More about that. Once again, the ecological versus illogical match that Ethan declared it. And, you know, Ethan has been here at Who's Number 1 many times before. He has a big win over Fabricio Andre.
Yeah.
Submission win, actually.
Yeah. I mean, Ethan is no joke. I mean, Pato could do nothing with him, really. They fought not that long ago. He really couldn't do a lot with him. And so when Ethan's on, he's very, very good. So he's going to put this collar tie. Corbe trying to take it off. A little feint there.
Whew, this wrestling, bro. MacTube says, trust me, watch it. You will be blown away. I watched the whole
nice
event.
Step around. You see that?
I'm probably not going to watch that. I'm probably not going to get to it.
That Ethan did. Really saved
I got too much to do.
Around behind him. Nice counter.
Listen, man, there's a lot of good people out here, you know. I got a homeboy. He won all his matches except for the last one. That Tajik kid, you know, I know him from since he was a kid. So I know how good some of these guys are.
There he has.
Not that I'm going to sit there and watch everything. I'll leave it to you guys to watch all the stuff for me.
Double leg here soon. Whether he turns it into a single or not, but got him biting a little bit. Like that underhook.
We talk about ADCC veterans.
Jesus.
Many of the competitors here have either fought on ADCC.
Who made
or
Kendall?
will be
I
fighting
can't see who
ADCC.
made them
Ethan has been
apologize.
to the big stage of ADCC a few times now, and we'll be back.
Nice.
In
Hey.
August, Corby on a single there. Ethan with a nice sprawl.
I'm waiting for the ecological. Where's the ecological?
Corbe's still trying to go out.
Nice.
Nice step over by Carlson. You got to watch his other leg.
Is that a
though,
takedown?
Ethan. Sure, he's aware of that, but he almost got his leg sucked into a pretty bad position. This is clear. Get behind the feet.
That's nice defense by
Not quite
Ethan.
behind. You got to get behind the feet.
Did
with
you guys
both
see
legs,
that? He
so
just
left
kind of,
leg
let me
get behind
rewind
the
that.
foot.
He just kind of left his leg out.
Sure, he's aware of that, but he almost got his leg sucked into a pretty bad position. This is clear. Get behind the feet. He's not quite behind. You got to get behind the feet with both legs here. That left leg get behind the foot, and then he can get free.
You know, Greg Souders be yelling.
Get to the top
He be
position.
screaming. He be screaming.
Corby controlling that.
He be screaming.
Leg. Trying to make some space.
Josiah, please, bro. Please, spoilers, bro. I know it's been a year.
Then backstep hard if he gets that foot away.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be hard to heel hook a B team or new wave person, you know. Well, except for Giancarlo that time.
Judges favor.
Okay, definitely blue.
Corby with the judges' favor so far.
Yeah, Ethan's a bit stuck up there. He's got to get this foot. There he goes. Get behind the feet. There he does. And now he can start thinking about what he's going to do. His knees, got to get that knee free. He's in trouble still with the knee line. Corby has, look at a suck in both legs. Ethan goes on a counter toe hold.
Hey,
To me
see,
tells
Moneyberg,
me
that's
he's
how you do a toe hold.
He's going to start countering the footlocks. Now, Corby tries a heel hook.
That was nice. Did he
He's a
slip his
little
heel?
stuck. He's going to start countering the footlocks. Now,
Yeah, he slipped his heel.
Corby tries a heel hook. Now Ethan's knee is almost out. Now it's out.
Good defense by Mr. Ethan
Left leg's gotta be
Krinelstein.
Smart, there he does.
Is that ecological?
Pull in nicely.
Spoiling. Yeah, he's spoiling everything. Nah, we already saw it, bro. Everybody saw it on the stream.
Far away.
We can see. We can see it on top of my head over there.
Corby does a nice job of inverting. This is a crazy pace right here,
Yeah.
Ricardo.
They have not stopped moving this entire time. 8 minutes 44
See,
seconds.
see how Ethan's on the hip?
Corby trying to tangle up that second leg there.
Might need to use
Gotta
that.
watch a knee bar here for
I don't
Ethan.
think Mac Tube
Once he
says I don't
starts
think
to
I would like a
extend, he can
coach that
flip the
screams
left
at me
leg out
that
and
much if
straighten
it's
out
his
the knee.
style, even if it's his style. Well, yeah, he's screaming over
Kinda
everybody.
comes out of nowhere. He's lost that other foot, so that's going to be harder now.
And he got that black nail polish on. I don't like it at all. He's out. Step out. Step back. Get out of it, bro. Hop the knee. There you go.
That leg, nice spin out there.
Nice.
Doing a great job of he's actually staying in the heat. in there as well.
Mushmaster Corby had dude dead to rights twice so far.
Staying in there,
I
creating
mean, Ethan's
pressure,
got good
staying
defense,
safe,
man.
and countering right now.
You definitely gonna learn how to defend some leg locks at B team or simple man, whatever
He's gotta
they
bring his head
called.
down, does Ethan? He's got to get his head low. There it is. It's coming down now. So that starts the pressure of when you have underhooks and you keep your head up like that. It's not real pressure. Now it starts the pressure.
Nice. You getting
Get
through.
the head down.
Tries
the
to
weight
invert.
starts coming in.
That arm's exposed though.
and it
Watch
starts
that
to
arm.
make a lot more pressure.
Okay, he's going to 50-50.
Corby pulling in the legs nicely now again.
Back step.
Watch the back take here.
No, step through. Nice. Hey, oh, Corby, no. Ecological.
Breaks out of jail there
Judges
for a second
favor
as
red.
Ethan gets right
Ecological
past
was
the
not
legs of
working.
Deontay Cormier, and this is where the experience.
I'm not saying
plays a big
ecological
factor.
can't work,
There's a lot
everybody.
of buzz about Cormier
I'm not
after
saying
this,
that.
but Ethan has fought the best of the best, and he was able to pass the
Dang.
Cormier. Cormier now looking to get to all fours. It almost looked like
Possible
Ethan was
back
gonna
take.
opt
Let's
to
see who's gonna get the back
first.
take.
Yeah, he's got to keep the
No.
elbow high, and he chooses not to. And when you go that arm over the back, the octopusy style, kind of that position. It's that the back. The
Bushmaster,
arm that's
what's going on,
behind
brother?
The back needs to stay high at the head. It was a little bit low.
Just so you know, everybody can see your comments on here now. Before you guys post, you know, Josiah gonna post.
Let that go.
Josiah, get it out your system, bro, because no more Grippo talk after Friday.
Ethan trying to progress.
He is. He needs better underhooks, I believe. I think he's got to get a deeper cross face, so chin connected, or the shoulder connected to the chin.
It's a good position,
this
you know.
arm underneath there, I'm not. If I'm
Just,
Ethan, I'm not
don't
happy
mess it
with
up,
where
basically.
that elbow is for Corbey. See that elbow? It's not quite. He's not underneath it like a ledge. Corbey's elbow is underneath the chest. It's going to take one little bump for him to get that arm underneath and be able to turn. So
Josiah, get it out your system now, bro.
He's kind of pulling it out now.
If you guys can't wait to see Grippo on Friday.
There, now he's pulling it. So now it's a ledge. So now he can drive
I can't
forward
wait for
and mount.
Friday.
Yep, there he goes.
Nice, going to get mount. Uh-oh, almost.
That's such a small little piece right there that looks insignificant, but it's the entire thing is that elbow becomes a ledge. So some people might think, well, that's a frame on the bottom. No, it's a ledge for the top guy to drive forward and mount just like Ethan just did. It's not a good frame on the bottom when your elbow is out like that. It's actually needs to bring it under the chest, and that gives Ethan a frame. Now his arms are in good position, but
Uh-oh, Corby. Man, Corby kind of messed up there.
underhooks for Ethan. Ethan needs to underhook the top arm when Corbey turns to the side like this.
Little smother.
Again, underhooking and looking for gift wraps.
Nah, bro, I
Corbey has
can't
a
wait
good
for
right arm
Friday.
position, but that left
I
arm
can't
needs
wait
to
for Friday.
really
Does
hug around
Ecological
that
not
leg.
work on how to get out of
He's in
mount?
great position to begin.
Oh, he's got the body
out.
triangle.
It's
Dang.
His elbows really, yeah. It's that elbow.
Well, you gotta go.
that
You gotta go
Ethan's
back
pushing
into
around, just
the
not set.
into the legs,
It's
right?
not set, and
Don't turn.
Favor.
Right.
We talk about escaping the back control with the body triangle. Ethan's got a mounted body triangle, just as worse.
You know, sometimes with the mount, it's actually can do you a disservice if Corbett can really bridge hard up over the foot. It can tie your feet together and you can get kind of rolled. But Ethan's put a lot of pressure. I think Corbet's a little tired right now. He's put a ton of pressure. Underhooks and gift wraps right now for Ethan. And if you're Corbett, that right elbow has to glue to that far hip. Here comes the gift wrap, which gives Katagatamis. It's all there for Ethan. He's kind of letting up. I would definitely not let up if I was him. I would keep firing the underhooks and looking for the gift wraps and the Katagatamis. They're all there. He's taking the back
take.
Ethan working the back position now. Full body triangle. Can't see where his right arm is, but looks like it's inching around the neck of DeAndre Cormier.
Ecological is not working that day.
Ethan doing such a good job in this match.
Still working to get the arm under the chin.
My man got tired. Well, they did wrestle for a good, I don't know, 6 minutes or something like that, 10 minutes, something like that.
Underhooking that top arm, and that's just miserable for the bottom person. You get it's Katagatamis.
We're gonna zoom through this.
It's just a miserable.
We ain't got to suffer through watching someone stuck in mount. Did he get out? No, back taken.
On the
Restarted.
Ethan turn. There
you
it
go.
is. Match is over. Ethan Krelliston absolutely dominated this match. Started off a little.
You know, jiu-jitsu math doesn't work because, you know, say Grippo loses to DeAndre, but then Ethan beats DeAndre. You know, you could say Ethan could win EBI on Friday. Possibly. Ethan could win EBI on Friday and put Josiah out. Jason Whitfield says DeAndre got so much better after this match. You need matches like this to get better. Later that year, he won trials. Anything could happen, bro. How much of that is just luck? Sometimes it's luck you win. The draw, luck of the draw, the bracketing. Sometimes it's just luck. I mean, everybody's skilled. Everybody's skilled. If you're placing at trials, you're probably pretty skilled. You know, Jason Whitfield, he loved him some Gordon Ryan, some Corby. You know, I don't really. It's okay. I don't hate him or anything. Let's bring some Reddit in here. We got Mushmaster in here. Let's talk about some judo. You know, Mushmaster loves some judo. Says judo versus wrestling. If I ask our judo, they'll say judo. If I ask our wrestling, they'll say wrestling. So let's So let's ask a neutral grappling art sub, where a lot of BJJ guys have experience grappling with both judo and wrestling. Which art is superior in getting someone on the ground? Oh, that's a big question. Don't be offended, any judo people or wrestling people. If you take an average wrestler versus an average judoka, who wins? That's not fair, because in America, the wrestler is going to win. Now, if you go to France, the judoka going to win. So that's not really a fair comparison. You would need to go to Japan, where they have both Olympic wrestlers and Olympic judoka. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe like Dagestan or somewhere. I mean, at that point, if you got high-level wrestlers and high-level judoka, they can take regular people down at will. But I might give the edge to the wrestler a little bit. Says, and if you take an Olympic wrestler versus Olympian judoka, who wins? Well, you used to be able to have this matchup, but the judoka said no to wrestling, so I don't know if the judoka could beat the wrestlers so easily as we think. Says both is good. We might not be the best to ask. We've already stolen everything that works in our own rule set from both. As a BJJ guy, I mix both in my stand-up. I don't know why you limit yourself. Single legs and uchimatas are my favorite. I mean, the Sativ brothers, the best wrestlers in the world, they did a lot of judo. All the Dagestani guys, they do a little bit of judo with their wrestling, In Japan, some of those guys, they got some judo in there. So I don't know why we try to always split hairs so much. It says, I wrestled on the national team in the U.S. I didn't compete in judo, but still trained it because it helped my wrestling a lot. So, yeah, both are good. I still think break falls are dumb, though. I'm curious to why you feel that way, because on rare occasions, I forget to break fall. I always wish I did. Do your break falls, everybody. He says, I started wrestling before I ever did judo, and in Greco, I was told to just go limp. You're not getting thrown. Greco-Roman does throws, but not like they do in judo. So do your break falls, everybody. Keep your arms in and stay relaxed if you ever get thrown. So doing break falls where you're purposely swinging your arm out just always seemed weird to me. It could just be the judo has more of an emphasis on rotating through a throw, but I don't really know why the two have such different approaches to being thrown. Well, judo teaches you how to safely throw someone, be it a regular person or an athlete, another judoka. Whereas Greco-Roman, you're throwing someone that's trained. You're throwing somebody that knows how to accept the fall. But if you're training with someone that doesn't know how to accept the fall, you got to make sure they break fall and get them on their side so you don't kill them. Mushmaster said Japan is arguably best at both. And I don't think they really cross-train as much as they used to, probably. He says he doesn't break fall. He just goes limp. Most people don't know how to go limp. They go limp and they're going to hurt themselves. Says, with that said, I still focus on going limp in either sport and have never gotten hurt being thrown in competition or practice. You've been training since forever, bro. I don't tell people not to break fall, though. I just prefer the other way, but whatever keeps you safe. A lot of your questions depend on rule set and attire. All I have to say is that if someone said they could grant me Olympic level talent in either sport, I'd pick judo, because it's hard. It's hard to be good at judo. You're gonna have 2 or 3 moves in judo. That's it. Says I'd pick judo because it looks beautiful when executed, and nothing makes someone look/feel sillier than a perfectly timed foot sweep. Even location makes a difference here. For most places in America, you'll have access to higher level wrestling than higher level judo. But I'd take judo if I was in France. Well, yeah, you're gonna make some money if you're good at judo in France. You're gonna make some money. Says the talent pool in judo is also wider, more countries and people participating at high levels, and deeper. Top level judoka can compete into their mid to late 30s. LOL Snap says just don't get thrown. It's simple. Well, we're not specimens like you, bro. We didn't come through the Cuban wrestling program. We didn't come out of test tubes looking like Yo Romero. Says judo is a different tier of worldwide competition. I mean, wrestling is what's the difference in wrestling and judo? He says, well, Khabib said 176 countries compete for Olympic gold in judo, while freestyle wrestling only has 56, and jiu-jitsu probably got 4. This is not true at all. I see people claiming this all the time based on wrong numbers. The total number of people participating in judo is definitely higher because it includes kids and older folks who are just doing it for fun and fitness. But wrestling is literally a school program, not just in the US, but in many countries across the world. The number of people competing at a high level in wrestling, high school, collegiate, regional, or national, is definitely higher worldwide than judo. I don't know, maybe. There are 250,000 high school wrestlers in the US alone, while the IJF reports 75,000 judoka across the entire world. Uh-oh. I don't know the numbers, man. Jason Whitfield says wrestling and judo are so different. What are the rules? Are they doing this in the gi versus no gi? Changes everything. But judo did ban leg grabs because wrestlers were double-legging people way too easy. Shout out to Rahadi Ferguson. Mushmaster says more countries do judo. Didn't know that. Let's see. Are you talking about for self-defense? I've always said judo is better for winter, wrestling for summer, for MMA wrestling. Judo seems to work. Any upper body stuff seems to work really well for MMA. It says our high school wrestling coach was an absolute menace. He had no choice but to attend. We had no choice but to attend all strength conditioning and practices. He would drive to your house and talk to your dad. Oh no. Does any other art have that? The athletics component of wrestling makes wrestling hard to compare. It's really hard. Judo's tough too. Plus, the net is cast super far, being in every high school in the U.S., so the practitioners are not even equal. There are a few main powers in wrestling: USA, Russia, Iran. Judo is much more widely distributed. I wouldn't be so sure that wrestling... Throw Cuba in there too. I wouldn't be so sure that wrestling has the wider base worldwide. They might, but it's close. Depends on context. In a gi, a judo guy. Without a wrestler, I'm a mediocre at best wrestler and a decent but not great judo player. I was able to take down a double-A All-American wrestler in the gi just because of his lack of experience with it. Since context and rule set matters, they each win in their respective rule set. The judoka has some advantages in the gi if they practice defending shots and leg attacks. Many don't. My judo people, make sure you're training some leg defense. Overall, the average wrestler probably beats the average modern judoka. The average amateur wrestler is a better athlete and has been exposed to a wider variety of attacks, but it will be unfamiliar with the gi gripping issues. If you're fighting against an untrained opponent with clothes on, judo. If you're fighting a trained opponent, wrestling. Wrestlers are going to double leg or single leg you all day, and you will get on the ground in the story. I think wrestling is a better baseline since it better covers gi and no gi and acknowledges legs in a takedown. LOL Snap says judo is just as hard as wrestling warm-ups, and actual training is similar to wrestling warm-ups. He says wrestling warm-ups are way harder than judo, though. It depends. Like, if you go to Japan and you're training with the Kodokan or whoever, it might be tough. If you go to France, I don't know if they warm up. Well, at least you guys warm up. Jiu-jitsu people don't warm up at all. And they start crying if you make them warm up for 5 minutes. I didn't pay for this. Jiu-jitsu people be crying over nothing. If you make them sweat, they start crying. Says this answer won't help anyone, but I think they're both great and super effective. I love watching high-level judo guys and high-level wrestlers scrap. I think if you consider the question for each sport in the list, which gives you the biggest advantage in the two, the answer would be wrestling, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm just an idiot butt scooter. Honestly, I mean, I think if you reach the highest levels, it starts to kind of, I don't want to say it merges together, but you know, like you take the Sativ brothers, and then you take what's the really good Japanese guy? Not Ono. What's the guy? You know, you take a high level judo guy. Eventually, it starts to like. I mean, you only got 2 arms and 2 legs, people. I'm not saying it will be completely equal, but it's amazing. They're both amazing. You know, I keep referencing the Sativ brothers because you know they did do some judo. They added some judo to their wrestling, and it was perfect. Yo Romero, yeah. Judo, you said that. Jason Whitfield says, Alec, what do you think about kids cutting weight? I don't believe in kids cutting weight. I was talking to a kid a couple months ago. He's like, yeah, I gotta cut weight. I was like, dude, don't cut weight at all. Just fight up. Now you might get crushed, but that's fine. Just develop your technique. If so, what do you think is a safe amount of to not affect their? I don't like kids cutting weight at all. I don't support it. What's the point? You're gonna grow bigger. When you're a kid, you need to be eating and working out hard. We got some more Grippo.
Hardest training sessions ever.
Ooh, yeah, anything with the meows for sure. I mean, they're both tough in their own way. You know, Paulo is incredibly technical. You know, he's always trying to do different things to you. You know, he was always kind of the one that was trying to experiment, which was cool. It was very hard to beat. And but then Joao was always trying to kill you. Like, it doesn't matter whether there was a tournament coming up or it was kind of like off season. He was always trying to kill you. So having to train with both of them at the same time was a nightmare. You know, that's like double the misery. The sessions that we had when we used to train together before they opened their gym and we did our own things were probably the hardest that we ever had, I would say. 1, 2, and 3. Because we had days, and I don't know what we were thinking, but we used to put the heat on in the middle of summer, close the doors. We just like to make it as miserable as possible. So those were some of the hardest sessions with those guys.
That's disgusting.
What would be your top 3 hardest?
You know, that was disgusting back in those days. The quarantine training. Jesus Christ. What the heck is that? Okay. What the heck? Where did this come from? What the helly? What the heck is all this over here? Where did this come? Jesus Christ. I had to refresh that. You guys can't even see that. There you go. You guys couldn't see that. We did wheelbarrows up the stairs for your warm-up. It says we did buddy carries for an hour and we'll run over 6 miles at the practice. Wow. That Cuban program, bro. That Cuban program had you guys. Josiah, get it out your system now, Josiah. Come Friday, bro. No more talk of Grippo on here. You know that. You know it. We both know it. So Grippo said his hardest training was the meows. And I agree with that, probably. You saw that, Matt? Covered in sweat. Let's see. We got the top Flow Grappling's new top 10 at 220. This is after CGI. I got my homeboy over there messaging me. We got number 1, Nikki Rodriguez. I don't know if you guys can see your text out there. I'll put it over here. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see. You got number 2, Kynan. Nah, go and push Kynan down. Put him at the end. LOL Snap says, knowing what I know now, I don't agree with cutting weight when I was younger. I cut from 210 down to 150. No way. How? Why? Oh, for MMA? That ain't fair, bro. You 6'3", 280. Well, now you're 280. Mushmaster says, wrestling training is tough. Well, the way he was training, and Mushmaster also says kids shouldn't cut weight. I agree. The way LOL Snap was training, you know, I mean, that ain't, people weren't surviving that training. So let's push Kynan down to way down the list. Number 3, you got Lovato. All right, Lovato's there. Maybe he shouldn't be that high. Roberto Cyborg at number 4. 5 is Michael Pixley. I will put Pixley over Roberto Cyborg and Lovato. Heck, I'll put Michael Pixley over Kynan right now. Get it out your system, Josiah. Guys, if you want to see Josiah stop talking about Grippo, go hit the Snapchat, the Cash App. I keep saying Snapchat. You know I'm a boomer. Declan Moody at number 6. Okay, I like that. Marcus Carozino. Who is that? Elder Cruz at number 8. Henrique Sissoni. I don't know about that. Xavier Zaruski. Okay, some of these guys I don't know. Someone asked a great question. Why? How is Moneyberg not on the list? Why isn't Moneyberg on that list? Did he not pay enough money to be on the list? LL Snap says that was an American. That was an American when I did the workout. Oh, when you did that workout? Oh, well, you wrestled D1. And that was probably easy for you. You probably like, man, this is easy. You said that was easy. I don't know if we're going to watch Lovato. Sorry, Lovato. I don't know if we got time to watch Lovato. Declan Moody looked like number 2 at CGI. Yeah, he looked good out there. Take Kynan out of that list. Put him at the bottom of that list. What's that, Kevin Carrasco? I think that's his name. I know I misspelled it. Oh, that's the kid. So this is the guy Mikey's going to be fighting. He fought Mayrom. You guys want to see him fight Mayrom? He fought Pato too. Oh, he's good. Now he's not beating these guys. Let's watch Mayrom. We're watching matches today, people. What the heck is going on with this thing? Jason says, we spoke recently about my friend's daughter starting wrestling. Now her coach wants her to drop a few pounds. You talk to the coach. I told her no, more than a couple pounds. If the coach wants more, she's not wrestling. Yeah, please talk to the coach. The high school coaches aren't always the best and most knowledgeable. Especially girls, cutting weight for them is a lot different, She is a little bit older, she's not like a kid, but outside of like 2 or 3 pounds, if she is able to lose that weight, I would say no to that. Josiah, get it out your system, bro. Come Friday, bro. No more talking about Grippo. Dorothy Slipper says, this looks like 2 teenagers wrestling. I mean, they are teenagers, basically. 20s, early 20s. Penalty for both. What's that kid's name? What's that guy's name? Kashin? Some open guard by Mayrom. Why? I want to see Mayrom fight Mikey. This Kevin's guy is good. Why did they have him fighting a purple belt then? Nice double sleeve game here. Hey, oh snap. That was nice. Now he ain't got no no-gi experience. Why they have him fighting that purple belt? That was nice. Maron's got a lasso, but I mean, we'll see. It is just we just watched Ethan versus DeAndre Corby, but look, this is a qualifying round for Europeans. So man, when people say the gi is easier, I'm like, are you sure? Because bro, you fighting tooth and nail to win in the gi. The score is tied 2-2, 1 penalty. You gotta fight left and right to win in the gi. At black belt, it's tough. You gotta fight Mayrom. You gotta fight Pato. You gotta fight. He's like, Jesus Christ, how am I supposed to beat all these guys? In high school and division in Davidson, Michigan, they made the most D1 national champions in America. Wow, I didn't know that. Mikey don't want to see May. No, put him out there. Put him out there. I know Mayrom, I don't know if he does no-gi. Well, Harrison did do no-gi. All right, Josiah, you got to calm down, bro. You got to calm down. Josiah, I need you to add stuff to the chat, bro, instead of just talking about Grippo. Mushmaster says, if gi was easy, no-gi guys would be doing it, and they don't. They can't do it. They would be losing fast. Because you gotta use strategy, a lot more strategy in the gi. You gotta look at the points. The referee over there about to give you a warning. He looking at his watch. He's in the earpiece. When they do this, they get on the earpiece, and they do that. You don't experience that in no-gi. Jason Whitfield says, hey, that's Elizabeth Clay's coach. He was good. Unfortunately, he was in a time of Hoffa Mendez. Yeah, well, nobody was winning back in those days. Yeah, Hoffa Mendez, you had Cobrinha. Nobody was winning. That's when, the Meow Bros had to go down. Poor Gianni. Hey, oh, man, he's giving Mayram a good match. Hey. People be saying the gi is easy, bro. Put the gi on and fight Mayram. And fight some of these other guys. Mushmaster says in the gi, he don't want to see May. That's true. Says, there you go, Josiah. Josiah's like, can we talk about grip again? Dorothy Slipper says, I got smashed this morning playing with lapel guard. The gi is so hard. Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to figure stuff out in the gi. This guy's tough, man. He's tough. He tough. He don't really do no gi like that, but he's tough. All right, Mikey might have a little bit of I don't think he really does no-gi and leg locks, but we'll see. I can't find a no-gi match with him. I think he's only had 2 or 3 no-gi matches. Penalty? What? Okay. Hey. Oh, no. You know, Mayram like to pass to that left side. Mushmaster says, plus you got to qualify for Worlds and the tournaments are seeded. Yeah. You just got so much to fight against you at these tournaments. You gotta learn a little bit of Portuguese because you know all the the action words, parou, combate, everything's in loot, everything's in Portuguese. You gotta learn some Portuguese. You fighting Brazilians left and right. Brazilian coach. Well, they got a Brazilian coach. They got a Brazilian referee. Brazilian table staff. You fighting Team Brazil. You gotta fight all of Brazil to win. And the time period is longer. You got 10 minutes. You gotta fight Mayram, control Mayram for 10 minutes. LL Snap says, in high school we were doing college tournaments and beating college people. I used to get a laugh out of that. Well, the high schoolers are beating college people nowadays. Bo Bassett and Max. What's that kid's name? Some of the other kids. PJ Duke. Who else? Some of the high schoolers. There's some other kids I can't remember now. Nice. This Kevin kid is good, man. He's tough. And even he doesn't have a world championship. Says no slipping and sliding out of that stuff. Yep. The gi is all about grip fighting. What no gi guys call stalling. I mean, these guys haven't been stalling. Now, they've been getting called for stalling calls, but they've been moving this whole time. Yeah, this Kevin guy is a lot tougher than I thought. No, I don't know about his no-gi game. I never saw Harrison. I mean, Harrison was good in the gi, but, I mean, he didn't know anything about no-gi. Muito bom. Nice pass to see. No. You just gotta fight, bro. Especially this weight class. Is this light feather or featherweight? And just so you guys know, this is Europeans. This ain't even the World Championship. This is the first tournament of the year. In January. Nobody's really warmed up. Everybody came off of Christmas. LOL Snap says, no heel hooks in the gi. You might as well put baby powder on and wear a diaper. Yeah, but bro, listen, they can tear your leg off still. They got the Aoki lock, ankle lock. Watch any Pato or Mikey Musamechi match. They be tearing the leg off. They got knee bars. You can actually do knee bars. And you can't escape out of that stuff. No gi, you can slip out and turn and move. In the gi, that's it. You not moving no more. All that fabric, you stuck. I can't see the weight class. They're in the way. Light feather. That's light feather. That's not even featherweight. You go to featherweight, you got to fight Pato, Kolabate, sometimes Mayroom. Samuel Nagai. Nice passing here. And everybody's flexible at this point. Mushmaster says, even if they allow heel hooks, it'd be hard to get to the leg. Yeah. It'll be tough. I mean, man. You know what? Maybe they can have a heel hook division or something. Mikey, take that Moneyberg money and make a heel hook gi tournament. And you know what? They used to have heel hooks back in the 70s and 80s back in the day. I mean, if they add heel hooks to the gi, no gi people can't complain no more. They're going to have to put the gi on if they can do their heel hooks. Nice. Long step. Mushmaster says, no gi is way easier. I mean, it can be tough, but I mean, I feel like, you know, when I'm fighting at Worlds or something, I'm like, dang, I'm fighting the whole 10 minutes. You gotta calculate the score. You gotta fight the guy off. The referee's messing up everything. People screaming at you in Portuguese. It's tough out here. Josiah. Mikey has to be one of the worst guys to fight coming into no-gi because he's just going to spam the same move over and over from positions you're not accustomed to. Not only that, his legs are so little, he can get into the little nooks and crannies. Uh-oh. That was a good match. That Kevin Carrasco, he ain't bad. He did good. I want to see. They don't have any more matches of his. He fought Pato too. What about his no-gi matches though? He fought Zach Kaina. He fought Pato a couple times. I don't see him anymore. St. Jamil Hill. When did those guys fight? Super fight a year ago? Did he beat Zach Kaina? I don't know. We got to watch that match sometime. Maybe not today. He did Spider Invitational? Oh, this is an old match. All right, here's a no-gi match. Let's watch his no-gi. If you guys asking why we're watching him, he's the Mikey's next opponent. That's him on the bottom. Will Snap says, this looks like two men fighting in pajamas. Come on, man. You know that was some good grappling, bro. That was some good grappling, brother. Where's my anthem? Off the back, I gotta say, Mikey's gonna pull guard, double guard pull, grab. You know, he's gonna get inside position pretty fast. Cause look how long his legs are compared to Mikey's legs. He's got a normal human build. Mikey don't have that normal human build. Sorry, Mikey. Mushmaster says, no-gi pays more. That's why a lot of elite guys switch. Also drug testing. Yeah, there is no drug testing in no-gi. Except for IBJF no-gi. Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, most of these guys can't pass no drug test. Whatever these guys are on, they can't pass nothing. They can't pass no kind of test. Just from what I'm seeing, this is what, 4 years ago. I don't know if Kevin gonna be able to hang with Mikey too long. Nogi does pay more. Well, I blame IBJJF. You're telling me IBJJF can't raise money like CJI did? I saw a figure that they put in about $500,000 in prize money throughout the year, but that's kind of seems pretty low. You know, nobody. When your top athletes are making like $8,000, $10,000, you might make $40,000 if you win a Grand Prix or something. I mean, that's still not that's not enough to afford to be full time or a professional athlete. So, I wish IBJF would, you know, I don't know, raise some money. You telling me you can't raise no money? Find some funding. Find some sponsors. What I think is that they don't really try. They don't really care to try either. As long as they make money and they give a couple pennies, they happy. So, you know, I'm hoping they get a little bit more pressure from, you know, Jiu-Jitsu World League and New Breed and some of these other tournaments. At least for the professional. All right, that was a terrible idea. But yeah, I'm hoping IBJF is smart and put some money into the game, because they're gonna lose all their top guys eventually. Jason Whitfield says, "How many times have you heard this at a tournament? This is your final warning. It's your final warning. You are DQ'd." I bet you know how to say that phrase in Portuguese. Well, you just listen for your name. This guy about to get his leg taken off in the background over there. I mean, you pay all that money for them to DQ you. You know, as much money as you spend at IBJJF, they treat you like, or maybe they just treat me like that. They treat you like you owe them. And we be paying some good money to compete out there. I like both. Jeffrey Cumming, that's my boy. I like both, bro. MacTube says, "Bro, you know IBJJF is not going to change their policy and start paying. They pay like $500,000 now. That's split between 500 people. 500 people getting $1,000, but Josiah, get it out your system, bro. Friday, bro. Friday, the hammer's gonna come down on you Friday. Friday, 10 p.m. after EBI. The hammer coming down on you, Josiah. You got the hammer on Reddit. They put the hammer on you at Reddit. Now I'm going to put the hammer on you on the stream. Kevin's not doing too good right now. Again, this is about 4 years ago, so he clearly got better. But, I mean, we could watch Mikey from 4 years ago. He was beating up people in Nogi. So I don't know if this match is going to go too well. And I believe he fought a purple belt in his UFC BJJ debut. He tapped the purple belt like pretty fast. I mean, he should tap the purple belt. Mushmaster says, IBJJF has no competition. The vast majority of practitioners are on the circuit. Who's number one in CJI or for a handful of athletes? That's true. But most of those guys all do IBJJF or did IBJJF at some point. But some of those guys, you know, all the ALJ guys, they're never going to leave IBJJF. But, you know, people like Rippo and some other handful of athletes will switch over to Nogi full time. I think once the money gets too out of hand, you know, with some of these other tournaments, I think a lot of guys will just not go back to the gi. I mean, Grippo made the switch. Mergali made the switch. Who else made the switch recently? Mikey made the switch. Tackett always did Nogi though. You got some really high level people. Now the Brazilians probably won't make that switch. Felipe Pena made the switch, but he felt USADA twice. Who else made the switch? Just to Nogi. I'm trying to think. There's some other people too. Right as I'm looking at this match, I don't think Kevin gonna beat Mikey. Most people aren't gonna beat Mikey. Jiu-Jitsu World League is a little bit of competition. It's a little bit of competition. Numbers-wise, they're competing against IBJJF. Who's competition? PB, the Peanut Butter Jelly Federation. Hey, PBJJF is coming through. They copied IBJF 100%. Is that two? Come on, bro, get up, get your points. Jesus Christ. Mushmaster says you need amazing cardio to beat Mikey. Harrison had cardio. He just didn't have the no-gi know-how. He got tapped? What was that time? Wait a second. He did get caught. Uh-oh. That's not looking good for him. His legs are too long, so Mikey already got the advantage. Yeah. He should push the leg, near leg. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to beat Mikey. This is an old match, too, just so you guys know, from 4 years ago. I don't think he has any more recent matches. Yeah, I don't think so. You've been competing for a long time. Josiah, yeah, of course. Josiah, get out your system, bro, because come Friday, bro, no more talking about Grifo, bro. I can't wait. If you guys are happy to hear that, too, just let me know. We got Mr. J-Flow. You guys know J-Flow, Justin Flores. He's starting his own affiliation now. So we'll read what he's got real quickly. He says, huge shout out to my J-Flow Instructor Founding Affiliate members. J-Flow Instructor Affiliation is for you if you want your academy associated with a respected name. We don't have too many of those. Mikey has a lot of favorable matchups. Yeah, against most people. He's going to match up well, especially in no-gi. To beat Mikey, you need a style like Gabriel Souza, like when they had their match at Who's Number One. Well, even Gabriel couldn't really do that again. I think you need a Mayrum or somebody. You need a Pato, or you need somebody kind of short that can not get caught in those leg locks. If you want your academy associated with a respected name to boost your brand credibility, you want a reliable structure for teaching stand-up without reinventing the wheel every week. You feel confident in your grappling but are unsure how to teach takedowns clearly and safely to others. You're tired of piecing together techniques from random YouTube videos, that sounds like my ecological people, and seminars. You want to protect your students from injury with proven drills and progressions. You love mentorship from a coach who's trained Olympians, UFC champions, and high-level instructors. You want to grow your academy by offering a more complete professional experience. You're ready to join a like-minded community of coaches who are serious about doing things right. Now, how much is that going to cost, Mr. J-Flow? I don't know. When they don't tell you the pricing, it's going to be in the thousands of dollars. So if you're looking to add some judo and wrestling to your academy, that might be something to look into. Again, I'm not paid by Mr. J-Flow. Nathan Orchard is certified. All right. How much did he pay? Robert Winthier? Tony Trammell, Alfred Murillo. All right. I don't know anybody. Britt Murray, Solomon Dixon. Okay. Ryan Brock, Aaron something. Okay. I don't know. MacTube says he already avenged, has a loss to Gabriel and made him submit in one. That's true. Not only did he submit Gabriel, but he crashed out online. Yeah, it's gonna cost that money. You might be better off just going to judo class. It's gonna be cheaper. I'm sorry, J-Flow. The judo class is gonna be cheaper than the J-Flow Association fees. If you guys want to join, go ahead. We got a couple more matches later. We already watched that match. What is this? We saw that already. All right, guys. No, we're not looking at that. We got about 45 minutes. Who else is doing 3 hours on Jiu-Jitsu Monday through Friday? Speaking on that, I probably won't be here on Friday. I'm traveling. So I might stream. What I might do is stream on Saturday. Might do a stream on Saturday to celebrate. And I'm going to celebrate Josiah no longer being able to talk about Grippo. So we all going to celebrate on Saturday. God willing, we're going to celebrate. BJJ brands and their loyal customers. BJJ is one of the most commercialized martial arts. That's true, but there's no money in this sport somehow. How are we so commercialized and there's no money? You got all these schools, all these brands. We on UFC, we on CGI, we on everything. But apparently there's no money. Where's the money going? It says each brand has its own image to portray, and BJJ guys would love to pay money to get whatever style that brand has to offer. That said, I want to hear your stereotypes and impressions of BJJ brands and their loyal customer base. For fun, of course. Here's mine. Josiah. Even I'm getting tired, Josiah. I'm getting tired, brother. I'm getting tired of all the Grippo talk. Friday, bro. I can't wait for Friday, Josiah. I can't wait for Friday. What you gonna do after Friday, Josiah? What you gonna do? How you gonna survive? How are you gonna survive after Friday, bro? That's what we want to know. And the hammer's gonna be real. Where's my hammer at? If you talk about Gianni Grippo after Friday, and Grippo don't perform, sorry Grippo. Well, he's training with Ecological, so that's why he's not gonna perform. If you still talking about him after Friday, that's it, Josiah. That's it, bro. Hammer time. The hammer about to come down on you. Thor's hammer coming down from the sky gonna hit you. He says he's scared for Friday. Listen, bro, that's it. Friday, bro. Friday, the truth gonna come out on Friday. The truth gonna come out on Friday, bro. I'm letting you know on Friday, bro. That hammer gonna hit hard, bro. That hammer gonna hit you for real, bro. That Thor's hammer gonna hit. Dorothy Slipper says, what happens if Grippo wins? We don't know. Say your prayers, everybody. Does Josiah own this stream? Yeah, we're gonna let Josiah be in charge of the stream. All right, guys, let me let Josiah take over. I can't wait for Friday. You know what, Josiah, he got some real faith, bro. Says Hyperfly, you're young. Gen Z's love Hyperfly. No, Hyperfly, that means you're a girl. You're a blue belt girl. MacTube says the issue of BHH. What is that? BJJ? BJJ or BHH? It's too scattered, too many events and rule sets instead of one unifying one. We don't got no unifying. Even wrestling, LOL Snap said they got AAU wrestling. You got USA grappling. You probably got some other stuff too. And it's hard to keep track when your favorite grappler is going to fight next. And behind the paywall. Flow Grappling, they do their best, but their team is like, there's 4 people on their team. And I'm one person. I can't cover everything. I don't have enough energy. MacTube says he's just going to bring up Gianni in multiple other vids on YouTube. That's fine. He can't do it on this live stream no more. After Friday, bro, no more talking about Grippo. That's it. Unless Grippo wins, I mean, he got to get through some killers. But after Friday, we probably never going to talk about Grippo ever again. I'm looking forward to it. I do like Grippo. Jason Whitfield says J-Flow's affiliation can't be any worse than Gracie Baja and Gracie University affiliations. Well, Gracie University, I think they're pretty cheap. But you got to subscribe, and everybody's got to subscribe to Gracie University online. That's how they get you. And go to their programs, their seminars. Says, and they have 100 affiliates. Who do you think would have a better curriculum? I don't know. Curriculum-wise, Gracie Baja probably the better curriculum. Gracie University will be okay, but, you ain't going to be rolling. And then J-Flow is new. It's new, and it's only takedowns. It's not the full program. Mushmaster says true. Let me read this again. Hyperfly, you're young. Gen Z's love Hyperfly. Is that true? I never seen Gen Z wear Hyperfly. Kings, you compete in Masters 30. I don't know if that's true either. Level Black, you wish Tap Out and Affliction were still around. Not really. Atama, old school respect. That might be true. Venom, you watch too much UFC and decided you want to train UFC. Show your role. You're a middle-aged colored belt. Quan, he's talking about you. Working in tech or finance who can afford all that bling. AMP, You're also a middle-aged guy working in tech or finance, but you hate show your role. They're basically cousin companies. Fuji, you're either basic or you're a former judoka. Elite, you're a beginner, and you just clicked the ad from Amazon because it has a free wipeout. Mushmaster says, wait a second. Dorothy Slipper says, don't lump Gracie Baja into that trash. We got major champions, Estima, etc. Now you had champions like Estima and Braulio. Now everybody sells out. You know, even Alliance sold out. Alliance don't got no black belt world champions. They sold out a long time ago. They just follow in the Gracie Baja format. You know, Atos will do the same thing in 10 to 20 years, 10 years, 10, 15, 20 years. They'll sold out too. Mushmaster says, now I'm emotionally invested in EBI. Josiah, why you got everybody against you, bro? He just so you guys know, Josiah got kicked off of Reddit for the same behavior. They kicked him out. How do you get kicked off of Reddit? The toilet bowl of jiu-jitsu. We all emotionally invested in this EBI. I can't wait. I'm celebrating. Now, I might wake up early. I might stay up late on Friday and stream, or I might wait till Saturday and stream. But we're going to be streaming. And, you know, Josiah, that might be the end of Josiah over here. I'm going to miss you, Josiah, after Friday, bro. After Friday, Josiah, I'm going to miss you for real, bro. What are we going to do without you, man? What are we going to do without you, brother? Jason says, before you can join Gracie University, you have to do their training course. It's like $3,000. Yeah. Well, oh, shoot. Jason Whitfield knows. They're going to get that money out of you. Then you have to pay roughly $200 a month and use all their merchandise. And remember, you got your students got to be enrolled in that Gracie University online. You need the certification for the gift wrap now. Our proprietary system. They ain't make no gift wrap. Get out of here. Get out of here selling gift wrap. Josiah says, I created 50 Reddit accounts and got banned. Bro, why would you do that? Josiah, this might be the end of you, bro. And everybody enjoy Josiah for this week because he might be gone. He might be gone from the chat come Friday. Guys, make sure you get your Josiah in because he might be gone after this, man. That might be the end of you, bro. I'm sorry. No, and you can't. You don't create no 50 accounts and jump on here. Mushmaster says I should start an affiliation. You should, brother. My boy John Thomas started one. Mavericks alongside Espen, so they've been doing okay. They got a couple people. I think if you start your affiliation, don't just think about the instruction. I see a lot of people do affiliation with just the instruction part, but I think also some business mentorship would also help too. Like, look at LOL Snapped. He was about to open up a school with no kids program, no women allowed. He needed some help too. He over here about the, I know he's got money and stuff, but your business can still fail no matter how much money you got. Gordon Ramsay, not Gordon Ryan, but Gordon Ramsay. A lot of his restaurants be going out of business, and he still got money. He don't care. MacTube says, Josiah, I love your passion, but it is kind of annoying of constantly hearing it. And you just joined the stream, bro. He been doing this for a long time. Mushmaster says, Josiah should put that time and energy into leaking the Epstein files. Yeah, Josiah, put that time in. Bro, imagine what you could accomplish with all this energy you have, bro. You could be somebody great out here. I don't care about these brands. They okay. Inverted gear. I noticed they didn't put inverted gear out there. Me and Nelly, we inverted. You do not invert. Me and Nelly. I've been talking to Nelly in a minute. MagTube says, if your school has never produced a fighter who's won anything significant, I'm not signing up to your academy. You mean the association or academy? Well, Gracie Baja, they sold out a long time ago. They eating good. Alliance eating good. They ain't making no more champions at Alliance. They done. Balea says the Who's number 130 is from yesterday. The Who's number 130 absolute bracket. Mushmaster, you jumping in there, bro? Says the absolute bracket is filling up nicely. Who are the most exciting grapplers we must include? If you guys want to see Mushmaster out there, let me know in the comments. I'm going to stand up for a second. My back is cooked. That's how you know this live stream is real, right? This ain't no CGI or CGI. Let's see who name they got on here. John Thor Blank. Who's that guy? Some guy from PGF. Nah, get them out of there. Aiken, Lyra, okay. Some usual. J-Rod, Team Oliver, Dorian Oliveras, Fabricio, okay. Oliveras might do okay. Derek Moneyberg, get Derek Moneyberg out there. Wojcik, Roberto. It seems like Roberto might be out there. But Leia, who's going to be out there? DeAndre Corbury? I don't know about that one. Jacob, Dante Leon, Isaac, Michelle, Roosevelt, Felipe Pena, Felipe Costa. Oh, the one that popped on USADA recently. Mushmaster said, "Nah, I'm good." Come on, man. They'll give you $5,000 if you win it. Balea, what's the prize money on that? That's crazy. You go from competing for $200,000 to competing for maybe $10,000 or $5,000. But that's our sport we're in. Rosinski, come on, Rosinski. Tariq Langaker. I don't know if they're gonna bring those guys out there. Who said that? Maggie Left said that. We'll see. I don't know who's gonna be out there. We're not gonna watch Declan Moody. I don't have the energy for that. We got about 30 more minutes, everybody. We got some more Grippo too.
I think there's a lot of guys who just, after a while they get tired of competing. They're willing to move on to other things, and that's fine. People are willing to do what they want. I'm competitive by nature, almost to a psychotic level, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. I have a big passion for, and it's evolved to where I felt like I wanted to prove myself as the young guy. And now it's like a matter of wanting to prove myself as the guy who's been around for a long time and showing that I can still do it and I can win at the highest level. So I'm just a very naturally motivated and competitive person. So that's always kept me hungry, so like I said, I think I've just been able to stick around for a long time. One, because of being able to evolve and adjust my game, but two, it's because I'm very, very, very passionate about it. I think there's a lot of guys who just, after a while they get tired.
Grippo been doing it, man. He's been around for a long time. He definitely one of the older guys. I mean, I'm old, but he's younger than me, but not by very much. So Josiah loves himself some Grippo, bro. He loved Grippo. A little too much. Just I don't know. Tell him you love him, bro. Tell him you love him. Let's see if there's anything on Flow. We watched a couple of DeAndre matches. We're not gonna watch the CJ. Oh, we can watch this kid. Is that the kid you guys talking about? The 17-year-old kid? Move my head out the way. Why is this in the way right here? That makes no sense. I mean, there's been kids that won ADCC before. Cole won at 16. Dorian 17 or 18. Some other people too. I think it's the kid in white that. Now, the European trials ain't the same as American trials, The audio's switching up on us. It's the kid with the red band on. Wrestling is not my Europeans' strong point out here, unless they from Dagestan. Hey, can't pull guard. You can't pull. Can you pull guard? I thought you couldn't pull guard in the finals. The audio's jumping around. It's not me. It's the audio from the video. So he's playing guard. I can't pronounce nobody's name. Who was it? Jason Whitfield making fun of me? All right, Jason Whitfield. Let's see you pronounce these names over here, Jason Whitfield, making fun of me. Let's see you pronounce those names. I can't. Hey, oh, I missed. I wasn't looking. Let me rewind. Sorry, I wasn't looking. All right. How do you get? Nice. Let's be honest. Dominic Mayo would tear both of those guys apart. Dominic Mayo, Ethan Krittlestein. I don't think my European is going to get too far in ADCC. Nice attack. He is 17. That is true. He is 17. But look, Mika Galval. Look at Mika Galval when he was 17. Look at the Rotulos when they were 17. Look at some of these guys when they were 17. There's some Brazilian kids. There's some purple belts. There's some green belts in Brazil that can tear these guys up. They tear me up too. In Nogi. There's some people at BJJ College right now that would tear these guys up. There's some guys, their voice haven't changed and probably won't ever change, that would tear these guys up. No points, bro. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. Who was hyping this kid up? Marley? Where's Marley at? Sometimes people online don't know what they're talking about. He's like, this kid's amazing. I'm like, you sure? There's levels to this sport, bro. Whoever you think is good, like if you watch a PGF, you're like, man, these guys are just so good. And then I'm like, are you sure? Where? How? And if any PGF person wants to come after me, let's do it, bro. I'll fight you for $10. That's what you guys get paid on PGF. I'm sorry, PGF. I know you guys doing a good job. Sometimes. Yeah. Man, people really don't know, bro. I mean, some of these people don't even train. They ain't trained. They don't sweat. Josiah love Grippo. He just started training. Nah, I know you trained back in the day. I know that. Yeah, but I mean, this kid's good. But I mean, bro, everybody's good at a certain point. Now, will he do well at the main tournament? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he can have a growth spurt like some of these other guys. Mushmaster says, bro, I should start doing Yeah, you should. We got, hook up with Balea, bro. Seems like a cool job. And it's more consistent than being an athlete. You always gonna need commentators. Oh, you want to do it for the actual shows or you just online? I think you do a good job in real life. I mean, they got Sean Williams out there. Sean Williams, when's the last time Sean Williams competed? And I like Sean Williams. I like the Williams guard. But when's the last time he competed? Jason Whitfield says, I think a channel of you saying Eastern European names would be great. Just throw you into the commentator booth at European trials and I'll be messing. Nikodium Mikulushin. Andriy Chernitsky. Mushmatcher says both. Maybe bring back the pod. Yeah, man, bring back that podcast. I need to get a mic and camera though. I'm using my it's not the best camera. I'm using my laptop camera. My webcam on my laptop, and this microphone, it's okay. I forget how much it is. It's not that much. And it's just on the arm, and I got rigged to I think you could easily, set it up. I mean, you could do your phone, The hardest part is always starting, Just starting and just add stuff to it later. Just like with the podcast. Was that Nico stuff? Just tell her, hey, Nico, let me borrow that stuff. Can I borrow your microphone? Can I borrow your camera? I'll be the Mark Maron of grappling. I mean, as long as the audio's good, that's the most important thing. I can have grainy footage. This kid ain't done anything yet. You can have grainy footage, and as long as the audio sound okay. Nice. He's trying to wrestle up. All right, somebody who was hyping this kid up, man. I mean, I'm upset at you guys for hyping this kid up. I mean, I don't have a crazy setup. Computer, microphone. I got some other stuff. I got audio only. No, I think yeah, that might work. Hey, that was nice. Little hook sweep. Back take. All right. All right, back take. You got points. 3. I think the guy got tired. That's not enough to win the tournament, ADCC or place, really. Audio only. I think. I mean, you can do audio only. I do think having your face on the screen, I know it's not for everybody, but I think that helps connect with people because they see you, they know you're a real person. You're not some audio AI generated voice. You guys know I'm real. I mean, they can't even have an AI eating high chews online. the high chew, I would have 8 fingers. Yeah. That was okay match. That was all right, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm too harsh a critic. I mean, the kid's he is gonna get better for sure. For sure, he's gonna get better. We might watch one more video, but let's move on to this now. Was there something there? Oh, we got my girls out there. What my girls doing?
Do it.
You guys can't even see.
Do it. Baby's gonna hate that.
Wrestling girls got to do stuff. They like to be special out here. What's up, wrestling ladies? I know LOL Snap doesn't support you, but I do. We support you on this channel. You got Helen. You got Sarah Hildebrand. I support these ladies. I'll be here for you, ladies, if you need me. If you need me. We got another post that says, "Is it wishful thinking that we have a JudoCon someday?" So just so you know, that is they want a JudoCon, but that's from JujitsuCon. Helen's from Maryland. Mushmaster, stay away. Actually, she do need to settle down. She could settle down with you if you want her. But I'm sorry, Helen. That was a joke, Helen. That was a joke. You keep doing whatever you want to do, baby. I mean, sorry, that's misogynist. I'm sorry. You do whatever you want, Helen. You're a strong, independent lady. So this is from Jiu-Jitsu. This is for a Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Oh, it's from JujitsuCon. I think so, right? Is that JujitsuCon? Looks like it. It says 14,000 competitors at approximately $175 each. It wasn't that much money. Olympic babies. Yeah, you got to keep up with Mika and Amit, bro. Come on, man. That baby can do wrestling, judo, or jiu-jitsu. It says 14,000 competitors at approximately $175 each. It wasn't that much. Untold numbers of spectators paying $35 per day. This is the 2025 JujitsuCon in Vegas. This could have been judo. It should have been judo. Why isn't it judo? We need to make this judo. Forget the old ways. We must adapt to the modern times. I feel like we read this before, but it's good to read again. We must adapt to modern times. Come on, judo. Come to the modern time. Come to 2025, judo. Judo senseis should make more money teaching judo to bring professionals to the sport. Judo clubs should charge sufficient tuition to provide top-notch facilities. We definitely read this, but it's important to say. But to do this, we must grow. If you're a judo black belt and not teaching somewhere, start. If you don't have the finances to start your own dojo, partner with a BJJ club. If you have your own dojo, start offering clinics and tournaments. Travel. Support your fellow clubs. We have so much potential. Let's do this. Come on, judo. What you guys doing, man? Get your money up, judo. Come on. I might have read this, but we'll read it again. It says for judo, the Olympics are pretty big every 4 years, and the next one is in the U.S. I'm hoping you guys place at the Olympics. Master, what's going to happen if USA Judo doesn't place or medal at the Olympics 2028? What's going to happen? Is somebody going to lose their job or something? Going to lose some funding. Somebody going to lose some funding. Says Olympics isn't big unless they allow white belts to sign up and compete for a novice level Olympic medal. Says BJJ Bro spotted. This has flown over everyone's head who downvoted this. It's an athlete's dream to train for 11 years to become a world champion at white belt beginner. Less money allocation. Oh, well, how much? They ain't got no money. Do they have money now? Where's the money? They can get less money? All right, USA Judo. You guys didn't do nothing. You didn't perform. You're out of here. I guess we could lose our Olympic qualifications, I guess. I don't know. What do I know, man? I'm just throwing ideas out there. Maybe a judo person will listen. The whole thread was a dumpster fire. It was very entertaining to read. What thread were we talking about? Since was it on Facebook? I'll take a look. USJ. Ooh, we're gonna look at that. We're gonna do some research. What's less than 0? Less than 0. All right, all right, judo, you're out of here. We're gonna bring jiu-jitsu. Nah, they won't bring us in. Says I would love to see judo gain more popularity like BJJ, but maintain its class and sportsmanship that is lacking in BJJ. We don't have any of that. Says BJJ culture has big downsides. Our culture is terrible. But where else can we witness coach beatdowns and elite coaches threatening referees and the vitamins? Says to quote the great grandmaster and distinguished philosopher Nathaniel Diaz, a sizable majority of professional athletes are ingesting performance-enhancing vitamins. That is true. We're gonna go find that Facebook video or face. Oh, there is a JudoCon. It wasn't. Nobody knew about it though. This was the first time I attended JujitsuCon to compete in Masters Worlds. I got destroyed. I couldn't help thinking how amazing this kind of spectacle would be for the judo community. Free seminars, interviews, and talks from legends. Athletes rubbing shoulders and taking pictures. Vendors selling merch. Dozens of matches going on at the time. Teams from around the world cheering their friends on, etc. The atmosphere was just incredible. They said there was a JudoCon. Nobody went to this crap. Sorry. Come on, you're gonna see nobody went to this thing. Nobody. there was a JudoCon. Where was it? It was August 8th and 9th. It was 2 days. They had 4 sponsors, 5 sponsors. Nobody went to this thing. They had a 6 p.m. judo for BJJ and BJJ for judo Saturday. That wasn't no the JudoCon. Get out of here, bro. Says if you're a black belt and not teaching somewhere, start. This is terrible advice and will kill judo faster than anything else in the U.S. One of the biggest problems is how hard it is to run a dojo. Compared to BJJ, judo pricing is generally lower. The space requirements are higher and the sport more physically demanding and less snow. This means it's more expensive to operate a dojo with less demand, lower awareness, and fewer qualified customers, and lower ARPU. I don't know what that means. Getting a bunch of teachers and increasing supply without addressing the demand. There is demand. It's just from jiu-jitsu. Addressing the demand side will just drive existing dojos, most of whom are hanging on by a fingernail as it is, out of business. The question to ask is, why are high-level judoka not opening dojos? Well, look at Travis Stevens. He's over there working a full-time job, building schools. Look at Kayla Harrison. She's fighting MMA. Look at Ronda. She was doing WWE, and now she might be fighting again. Yeah, that's a big I can't answer that question. Where's my judo people at? Why are high-level judo people not opening dojos? Well, Travis Stevens does have he has a couple gyms, I believe. Why are they not opening gyms or dojos in the U.S.? And what can be done to help make it viable? USA Judo, where are you? To pursue professionally, both as instructors and competitors. Where's USA Judo? They got to answer this for us. I'm not totally disagreeing with you, but many of the issues you mentioned are exaggerated, namely exaggerated by poor teaching skills and inflexible instructors. Right now, in many places, the demand is there. I would love to do some judo. Can't find it. There might be 1 or 2 places, not convenient at all. Schedule not convenient. Location not convenient. Nothing convenient. Mushmaster says, would you start a dojo in this economy? That is true. But even when the economy was better, there were no dojos. Maybe in Maryland, New Jersey, Maryland, there possibly New York. There's going to be some dojos. But outside of that, outside of the East Coast and West Coast, where are the dojos at? My homeboy, he got to go to Japan just to get his training in for the Olympics. I guess he can't do that here. But that's right. The economy is not. Yeah, that's a good point there, Mushmaster. Yeah. There just isn't enough supply of instructors, and in many cases, the instructor's way of teaching or the service they are providing is turning those customers off. But they are the only ones available in close vicinity or the right schedule. Someone says this couldn't be more untrue unless the instruction or facilities were absolutely horrible. I've never seen a judo dojo struggle to fill the mats. More often, they're overcrowded and only offer class 2 to 3 times per week. Judo's problem is purely a supply side one because the requirements to teach judo imposed by our NG national governing bodies, I remember that, NGBs, are far higher than any other combat sport, and because the prices are too low to incentivize expansion and new dojos. Why can't they charge more? I mean, of course, the economy, but I don't know what they charge. In the U.S., I've talked to a number of dojo owners, and their economics are terrible. The ones that are full are non-profits, and coaches work day jobs. That's just how most jiu-jitsu schools are too. But that's also why they only have classes 2 to 3 days a week, because they're borrowing space in the basement of a church or something. All right, judo, come work with us in jiu-jitsu. We'll work with you guys. You can have more than 2 to 3 days a week. You can have 4 to 5 days a week. Come to jiu-jitsu class or come to jiu-jitsu schools. The places that have to pay rent are constantly being undercut by these cheaper nonprofits and struggle to break even because in a metro area, they might be paying $15,000 a month in rent. Wow. So they need 100 students just to make rent. But the nonprofit is charging half what they do, which leaves the option to be to share space with a BJJ place. But that's not going to really grow judo if it's the backup supplemental sport. I don't agree with that. I think you might have people in jiu-jitsu class that, oh, you know what? I like judo more. I'm gonna go all in judo. Or if you have kids cross-training jiu-jitsu and judo, oh well, little Tina, you're really good at judo. Let's enter you into some tournaments. Oh, you want to do this? You want to be good at judo? Let's do some more tournaments. I think whatever judo's doing now is not working. So clear. The economics are horrible means is not equal to there is no demand. The economics in judo are horrible because we have a culture of doing things on the cheap for cheap. You come to jiu-jitsu, we gonna charge. We charge left and right. There's nothing stopping people from charging, and plenty of gyms these days are thriving, charging BJJ prices and offering BJJ quality facilities and schedules. The jiu-jitsu schools are offering saunas, steam room, cold plunge, everything. What are my judo schools offering? Clean mats, clean bathrooms. We need the judo programs to catch up. Says you want the schools to be charging BJJ prices and offering BJJ quality facilities and schedules. A lot of these jiu-jitsu schools got full schedules, morning and night, morning, afternoon, and night usually. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it's always been done, so a lot of people can't imagine alternatives. Correct. Most judo instructors that are failing because they are not doing things right. Mushmaster says, if I had a gym, I'd have a combined curriculum, but the kids would do judo primarily. All right, Mushmaster, get started on it, bro. We need some Olympians, bro. That's like a 10+ year investment there, though. Says this is incorrect. My judo people love to jiu-jitsu people love to argue, but judo people for sure going to argue. We got about 10 more minutes, guys, but I'm gonna stick on this page here. This is incorrect. This is what I posted about 3 months ago when the question was, why is judo not popular in America? You're going to get that it's too tough, takes too long to get good at, etc. Yet tons of other extracurricular activities have no issues with this, including other martial arts. It said your typical dojo, nobody answers the phone. There's no website. There's no updated Google business page. I know jiu-jitsu schools like this. If there is a website, it's not properly designed. When someone shows up to the dojo, there's no one there to greet them. The dojo probably smells like dirty geese. The dojo outside and inside presentation is no good. The instructor thinks he or she is selling judo. There are more popular sports than BJJ that don't have cons. Boxing, paddleball. You ain't making money in boxing like that. Paddleball, etc. are sports that don't require much space but don't have a huge convention around it. We're talking about grappling sports, bro. Mushmaster says, nah, I'm not running a school. Yeah, it's not for everybody. I think BJJ is unique in that it's created a strong and inviting culture. Comparing judo or any other sport to BJJ is hard. Aren't we the same sport, though? You guys keep saying it's basically just judo, but then you're going to say it's different. It ain't different. You whatever judo or whatever jiu-jitsu can do, judo can copy us. In my opinion, it's not BJJ. It's not just BJJ, the sport itself, that's popular. It's the marketing, the access to legends and other midlife crisis and prime age men to talk to, the tattoos, supplements, etc., the culture in general that is attractive. Why can't judo have that? Judo would have to start online and build a culture, as would other sports, in order to have this kind of event. Well, we see this with wrestling. Wrestling just works. They just work with us. The wrestlers be cross-training. You got Jason Off over there cross-training with Kingsway and New Wave, whoever. Nicky Rod came over from wrestling. J-Rod came over from wrestling. Brandon Reed came over from wrestling. What's the other kid? What's the kid that did not Hidley? What's the kid that Pixley? Pixley came over from wrestling. Look, we embraced him. Travis Stevens came over from judo. We embraced him. We embracing everybody, bro. We need judo to, whatever you get your stuff together and come over. Come work with us. We'll work with you. Most jiu-jitsu schools would love to have a judo program. We ain't got no takedowns. We want to learn some takedowns too. Jason Whitfield says judo seems like a good idea when people see it, but after they try a class of picking themselves up off the mat for an hour, it's not that appealing. We can't teach it here like in Japan and Europe. That's fine. When I go to Colton Brown's, they bring out that crash pad for you. If it's your first couple classes, you get that crash pad. Why are you throwing new people on the ground and they don't know how to break fall? You get crash pads for new people and teach them safely. You don't teach like the old school guys. Teach like the new school people. I think you nailed it here. BJJ may have gotten an initial exposure with UFC, but it also came at a time when the country and world were starting to get online. BJJ in a way grew up with the internet. That's true, but we had to overcome a lot of hurdles in jiu-jitsu. People thought it was weird. It's fruity. It's rainbow. But look at us now. It's popular. But it wasn't always that way. Back in the day, I used to tell people I did judo. I did wrestling because they could understand that. They were like, what is jiu-jitsu? Is that judo? Judo had the leg up for years. Almost, not a century, but a couple of decades. You telling me they couldn't have made better use of all that marketability? Since BJJ grew up with the internet, and as a whole, they were very ahead of the game with digital media than judo. Why didn't judo do that? Better websites, better merch, better use of SEO, better use of social media. Yeah, better use of social media, better business practices in the 21st century. Judo came along at a time when photography was really growing and photographs and books were becoming a big thing. that played a role in judo's growth back then. There are people who have contributed to judo's online culture, myself included, but people have to support it. That's what gets me and the original post. I don't blame the OP, but I've heard for years that things that people in judo should do, people go out and do it, but it's not supported. You gotta support your sport, man. Yet people come up with BJJ soap, which is just more expensive antibacterial soap, and it sells. Well, that's not our fault. The popularity of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the United States is directly tied to its exposure from MMA. There have been judo people in MMA this whole time. Cairo Parisian. You got Kayla Harrison. You had Ronda Rousey. Whose fault is that? They didn't make use of that. That's not our fault. It says for judo to ride in on this popularity in the spirit of this post, it would need to go back to pre-2010 rules and eliminate the restrictions on its athletes competing in other sports. Yeah. All right, judo, make those changes. The IJF determines how the sport will be, and it is determined by baby boomer Central and Western Europeans, and all of those considerations are alien and contradictory to them and their wrong ideas. It says it's not so. It's not. So many sports, including judo, got exposure from MMA. Look at the Dagestanis. They keep talking about judo every chance they get. It says Muay Thai is another big one besides Jiu-Jitsu. Muay Thai hasn't grown at all in the past 20 years. It is getting popular. At least the shorts have. BJJ became a popular adult hobby because it has the best culture and business model for adult hobbyists. That's not saying very much. Someone else says, as a BJJ guy who is dabbling in judo, I really think judo could be bigger. It should be, especially because in the U.S., you really can't go learn wrestling anywhere as an adult, except at the jiu-jitsu school with the wrestling program. I live in a major-ish U.S. metro with hundreds of BJJ schools, but only 3 judo schools that I'm aware of. Of those 3, only one has a daily judo class. This is a huge problem. Secondly, BJJ is a bad spectator sport, but judo is worse in my opinion, and it really shouldn't be. It's a sport about dramatic throws after all, but all the rules limit options and encourage frequent stops. It's like watching baseball, but even MLB changed rules to make the game faster and ratings surged. So judo needs a makeover, basically. All right, I can't keep talking about judo. Judo, get your money up. Get your money up. You might need Craig Jones. Craig Jones, do you want to save judo next? I know you're not passionate about it, but do you want to save judo? Can I refresh that? There we go. All right, man. We talked about judo. What else do we talk about? Jesus Christ. Get off my face. Where can I put it at? Right there. Make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. All right. Jason Whitfield says Shintaro Higashi. Yeah, shout out to him. He's got a good YouTube. He's in New York and has a really good program for hobbyists. Guides them along slowly and only puts beginners with experienced teammates to make it safe. There you go. Follow that. I mean, you got people like Higashi, you got Colton Brown, you got Travis Stevens, you got Jay Flo, Jimmy Pedro. All these guys, all this knowledge. Why don't they come together? Make it their own affiliation or something. Jay Flo doing his own thing. Why can't he work together with everybody to create a new affiliation or association or something? I'm sure USA Judo will not approve of that, but, whatever. You might need to say screw USA Judo. Can you get rid of the people over there? If they're not helping your sport, if they're a cancer on the sport, get rid of them. Take them out. All right, man. We talked a lot about what did we talk about? We watched a lot of matches today. I'm happy we saw some matches. It's been a long time since we watched a lot of good matches. A little bit. Did we talk about CGI any? I don't think we did. We talked about judo. We talked about Grippo. Friday. If you're a big fan of Josiah, we're gonna, get him in while you can, because after Friday, I think that might be it for Josiah. Josiah, his time might be up on the stream. If he can't talk about Grippo, he might not be back on the stream, which is okay. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that happening. that's basically it. We should be on tomorrow, Thursday, Takedown Thursday. I'm not sure about Friday. I'm traveling on Friday, so maybe no stream that day. That's basically it. You guys want to support the channel, please let people know about the live stream. I think right now we're at 920. Trying to get to 1,000. If you guys don't know, you can monetize the videos at 1,000 on YouTube. So just so you guys can see. Oh, you can see some money on there. 920. It wasn't that much money anyway. It wasn't that much money on there. So we're trying to get to 1,000 probably by next week maybe. And so let people know about the live stream. Simple as that. That don't cost you money. Don't cost you no money at all. Josiah's back. All right, Josiah, I'm going to miss you after Friday, bro. And you know you can't make no other accounts and join the stream no more after that and talk about Grippo. Now, if you want to join the stream, you can, but you can't talk about Grippo no more after Friday. He says, I'll be here. All right, but no more Grippo. You're going to be in timeout. And worst case, that hammer going to hit you. For real. For real, for real. That's basically it, man. We don't really have much going on. EBI Friday. If you guys want to stay on YouTube, they got PGF. I believe their finals is happening. PGF, Polaris, something in Polaris is happening. There might be is there a Terrence Crawford? Is he fighting this weekend too? So we got a lot of stuff. You know, I'll probably be on the lookout for Monday video or maybe Saturday video or whatever day I do a live stream. So that's basically it, man. That's basically it. You guys know I enjoy my time spent with everybody. Shout out to Jason Whitfield. I did see that money, Jason Whitfield. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the tip. No diddy. Josiah says he's gonna win. You know what? Say what you want about Mr. Josiah. He got confidence somehow. He got some crazy confidence. Why are you so confident, bro? And how are you so confident? You better take some of that confidence to jiu-jitsu class. And just so you guys know, they can see your post now. So make sure you're on your best behavior nowadays. Some of you guys be posting some crazy stuff on here. And that's it, everybody. Today is White Belt Wednesday. Go help out a white belt. You know, go help out Josiah and the other white belts. If you see them struggling, offer them some advice. Help them shrimp. Help them put their gi on. Help them do something. Do something. Give back a little bit, people. Do something. All right. You can't just be taking all the time. You gotta give back a little bit. All right, everybody. That's it. See you guys tomorrow, God willing, and I will be out of here. And as